Hello and welcome. Oh, I forgot to do the end. The intro has already failed. But anyway, we are here in Master Swan Open number 90, our monthly 4.7k MMR tournament, so around master level. And today, I am in fact not alone. I am Kuro, and with me is the one and only, the puppet. It's Steel Mode.
Yay! It's me! Very excited to be here today.
Oh, we're going Finnish, huh?
Yes, I'm Finland excited. Can't you hear it in my voice?
Yeah, I can.
Hello, everyone.
Let me make sure that we have all the audio settings, and we are here. Oh, we are here on the favorite map of Light VIP, by the way. It is Last Fantasy, TLMC edition. And also, as a fun fact, the voting has just ended like last Sunday, and Last Fantasy actually won the voting.
Ooh, nice.
And who do we have here?
So it's not the last fantasy. It's in fact the first fantasy. Huh?
Maybe.
Huh?
Was there a fantasy before? It was a player fantasy.
He's retired, isn't he?
He's like a LOL coach now or something.
Okay. So technically retired.
Technically retired.
Anyway, in the southeast, is it southeast or is it? No, it's the 3 o'clock. But no, it's not even 3 o'clock. It's like 3:30, right? 3:30.
Yeah, like 3:30. Yeah.
In the 3:30 position of the map, all the way from the land of Singapore. Representing our very own clan, the CranKy Ducklings, it is our purple Terran, the imitation innovation, the Deja from Asia, the Meltor May of MMA, is not as funny as Bunny, the Terran Iagos, the one fine young Ryung, the Kalajor from Singapore, the TY Chicken Pie, the 4GG. He's more meme than dream, the slightly more crappy happy, the trash flash with no cash, M to the K to the P, his marine key bug, the captain of the rain pain train, the lean mean kid machine, the immature cure, the not as smart as heart, the young adult poet is more of a beauty than Mr. Cutie, the co-creator of the Deishibe, the massa from NASA, we couldn't find a pun from beyond, la creme de la creme, the turmeric coffee, and the wily wordy. But we just call him Yakuzaku.
And in the top side of the map, I guess the 11:30 of the map, we have a Protoss player from Poland. It is SubMariner. Or SubMariner.
SubMariner. Or Le SubMariner. If you count the L's at the...
Yeah, a little submarine. Is that French?
Submariner.
It sounds French.
Alright, so we are on Eternal Fantasy.
Eternal
Fantasy.
There you go.
We have random starting positions. Both players do find each other, so that's not that big of a problem.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was actually the first location both of them scouted, and we have already some damage done here by Yaku as he is roasting those probes.
Yeah, not a very fast reaction by SubMariner, losing 5 of these probes. Yaku might just lose this Reaper if he's not careful. But he backs away, does a little bit of good damage. Nicely done at the start of the game. SubMariner getting that battery, that's the word I was looking for. Shield battery. I forgot the word. I forgot the name of the building. Shield battery at top of the ramp. Yaku goes in for a bit of a scout. Nothing crazy, gonna lose that Reaper, but sees everything on the Protoss base.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate to lose both of those units, but I mean, they already kinda did their job. They got the scouting, they got the probes, and we have a lot of Marines being killed here from Yaku.
Yeah. Maybe a little overreacting. He didn't see the Stargate being put down. It was put down just after the Reaper was killed. Let me just double check that it actually doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't know. Wait, how do you do the thing where you can see the vision?
V.
Is it V?
V. But
You-
I think it's Control V? Maybe?
No, no, V.
V.
Yeah, there you go. You pick someone's
Yeah,
unit
yeah,
and then
you
you
have
click
to have it
V.
clicked.
I remember things.
Oh, as Yaku is moving with one Widow Mine straight into the mineral line of the main base, there is a
they
reaction,
get
but
bunched
isn't in
up.
time.
Good reaction. Okay, gets one probe and loses the Widow Mine. You know, we do know Yakov is a very big fan of the Widow Mine drops.
Oh yeah, he is. That was definitely something he has used quite a lot over the last few years.
Shout out to Psychons. Thank you. I love the work you put into this. I put zero effort into anything.
No. You did put some effort into the intro. You had to find all the rhymes and stuff.
I had to look up the list that hasn't been updated in 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, look.
Speaking of things, I wanted to check.
Hold on,
when was
hold on. I was just
What?
messaged by Light VIP.
I've been muted the entire time.
No.
Okay.
Predictions are now open.
Oh yeah, okay.
Hold on.
forgot about the-
Yeah, you look at the map, and I will. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna go for those sticky notes. Hold on. They're all somewhere here in the drawer.
Okay, so SubMariner is coming in with a bunch of stalkers. There's a lot for Yaku to defend here, so nothing should really be coming out of this. SubMariner should definitely not be poking in there with all them tanks lying at the back. There's also a Raven for good measure. Yaku is about to be in a position where we can actually march across the map, and SubMariner just doesn't have anything that can handle the Terran push out there.
Okay, so for today's edition, we have arrow-shaped sticky notes. I haven't used this for a while.
It's another prediction missed by Kuro.
Yeah.
It's another one to my collection. Okay, SubMariner comes in, tries to lift up one of the tanks with a Phoenix, but yeah, this gets shot down hard. And SubMariner just doesn't have the army to defend against anything that Yaku is marching across the map. And this is not a very long map to march across, so you gotta be very, very careful there.
Oh, I forgot they're like semi-transparent. That looked way better when I imagined it. It's okay. It still looks silly enough.
Okay, we need observing. We need observing.
Oh, hold
This
on.
battle.
Okay. Okay, I'm here.
Wake up. Thank you.
As Yaku is moving
yeah.
with his marines and the tanks, the stalkers are there trying to defend with the shield battery, but it looks like they don't have enough firepower, and with all of these tanks being set up here at the entrance, it's kind of difficult for SubMariner to master up a defense.
Yeah, there's basically nothing there. I'm crashing. No.
Oh, still don't crash, as we have the natural base is going down. The tanks are being lifted in the air. Only one of them is currently operational, but there is nothing on the ground for the SubMariner to destroy this army, and Yaku is just moving forward with the marines. The main base is now in danger. The stalkers are trying to... There's some nice blink micro there, but it looks like SubMariner just does not have the numbers. And with that, GG is called. Yaku will be taking game number 1.
Okay, my computer is still working, but my screen is completely black. I see nothing.
Nice.
Okay, that's... I may have to restart. God damn it.
That's okay.
I can't even get out of the Discord call properly. I'll have to like crash.
I can
the
mute
computer.
you. I can just mute you one while.
No, I'm going to have to crash the computer. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute
you know
you.
what? Kick me out of Discord just in case it gets stuck there.
Can I
I'll be
kick you
back
out
in a
of the
minute.
chat? I can disconnect you. I'm gonna disconnect you. Okay, bye,
Yes.
Stick.
Bye.
Okay, so now it's just me for the time being until we get Steelmall back. And We are waiting for map number 2 for our series between Yakuzaku and SubMariner. Yakuzaku, of course, started very... I don't want to say aggressive, because it wasn't like, you know, very like early attack, but he had the timing prepared. And the timing worked. A really strong push there from our Terran player. But we'll see if maybe SubMariner can bring it back in game number 2. I mean, he had some good ideas, like the Phoenixes definitely worked nicely there, but they just weren't enough. Like the numbers were just not on the side of SubMariner. Maybe he needs to like consolidate his army maybe a bit more. Maybe he needs to, you know, maybe there were some production cycles that were missed. Stick, are you back? Also, how long have I been muted?
I don't know.
Look, my brain is trying to do too many things at once. That never ends well.
Okay. Okay. I'm restoring my. Do you know what? Do you know what the real horror of all of this was? When I restarted my computer, all my desktop icons were piled up on the side, like all my organization is gone.
Yeah, I have stopped using desktop icons for, yeah. That was one of the reasons, definitely.
Well, I haven't, and now they're all disorganized.
Yeah, that will happen.
Okay, hopefully I changed some graphic settings, and hopefully I'm still probably going to crash, but I think it's going to recover better now.
Okay.
Hopefully. I don't know.
That's fingers crossed.
Cross your Ethernet cables, everyone.
Yeah. I would say it's something that annoys me way more is when Windows decides to reset like my wallpapers and my screen setup, and it starts repeating my wallpaper on both screens, even though I have a different wallpaper on both screens because one of my screens is vertical. And like, it's such a random thing that shouldn't bother me, but it bothers me.
I can't even with Microsoft's like interface, like not remembering your settings is infuriating to me.
There are also some programs that will break it completely and like change the position of all of my windows. Some games do that.
Yeah. Used to be a time when I had to like adjust my mouse settings every single time manually, every time I restarted my computer.
That's lovely. Anyway, we are here in game number 2. We are this time on Whispers of Gold and on the left side of the map. Oh, sorry, my bad. We are here on the left side of the map of Whispers of Gold.
Whisper.
Okay. And on the left side we have the purple Terran from CranKy Ducklings. He is Yakuzaku.
Gold. Get it? Because it's Whispers of Gold. So they're whispering gold. It's funny. And in the southeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland, it is SubMariner, our red Protoss. I forgot to whisper for a second.
It's the cynic whisper, as they say it. A cynic, not cynic. Theatric whisper?
Yeah. Stage
Stage
whisper?
whisper. Maybe.
Something like
I
that.
don't I just look, in Polish it has a different name, but yes. Yes, that's what I mean.
Ooh. Oh, I like the golden leaves. See, we have deciduous trees there.
Some leaves here, some leaves here.
These are the golden whispers.
Yeah. And there is no gold bases because those are just whispers of gold.
Yes, exactly. You can whisper to the minerals. Please be
They're
gold.
secret.
Please be gold. Well, we know there's no gold base because Yakuzaku isn't floating his main base over there.
True. Yaku has been a fan of the Gangnam Terran for ages. And for those who don't know what Gangnam Terran is, because that was a legit strategy that was used in professional games, unironically. It was not common, but it was used, where the gold bases were so close to the main base that Terrans would just float their main base straight to the gold and start the game there. That did happen.
And one time, and in one famous occasion, it was Yakuzaku versus
Lumia.
Was it Lumia? Yes.
It was Lumia.
They both Terran Gangnamed each other on what was the name of that map? Redshift?
Yeah. Not only did they Gangnam each other, it was a gold base that they shared.
Oh yeah, they both went for the same gold base.
They went for the same gold, but like on the opposite sides of the mineral line.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's the best
Good
game
times.
of all the OST games.
Also, we had a subscription. I keep forgetting to bring it up. Who subscribed? Was it Rowdy Boffin? Rowdy Boffin. Thank you for that subscription. I don't know how many months, so I don't know how many quacks. Also,
see.
last time I tried to quack,
yeah, you crashed.
My game crashed.
That's why
Everything crashed. So. Apparently, even my graphics card doesn't like it.
Rowdy Buffy resubscribed for 18 months, and they also gifted a sub to the walk.
Yes, to the walk. That's the Lord's walk right there. Huh?
Ooh, this Reaper gets a good scout, but dies immediately.
Alright, looks like Yaku is pretty much going for the same standard, 2-base push here. Nothing crazy. As Terrans do. When you find something that works against the Protoss, you just keep doing it. You don't stop. It doesn't happen very often.
There's that, but also Yaku is a fan of like going for a specific build and like mastering it. And he's just, very attached to that one build that he has perfected.
You say mastering it.
This is a Master Swan tournament.
You are yes, you are correct. Technically, I apologize for my error. I would like to show good games in the future. Fighting.
Look, sick. You thought that you're just gonna come with your fans, but here I am. I've been sitting here this entire time.
This is Master Swan Open, and I am Gold League casting. I'm not Master League casting. I'm Gold League casting. Damn it!
But SubMariner going for something interesting, going for a proxy robot this late into the game, and it's proxy like right outside of the linear third base here. I mean, obviously it's tricky because once again Yaku is going for a lot of marines. He's going for those tanks, and he will have a strong push ready, but he may get caught off guard when he moves out and suddenly there are units in his base.
I mean, it all depends on SubMariner's timing here. Whether they decide to push right in and into Yaku's established army, or whether they're going to wait for like a sort of base trade situation.
Yeah, base trade situation could be interesting. The thing is, what is the robo for?
An observer, apparently.
Okay, we start with an observer. I mean, vision is very important. I always say that in every tournament. Vision is very important.
Yes.
But the problem is...
You are an observer, you're biased.
Yes, as an observer, I am biased for observers, that is true. But also, the two medivacs of Yaku have already moved out of the base, and it doesn't look like SubMariner is aware of that. There's no defenses in the main base.
Yeah, The Stalkers are in the natural, defending the main entrance, and there's nothing to see. This Yakuza are going to be able to unload all of these Marines. Steam is finished.
Yeah, but the Stalkers are
Okay,
here
the
to
Stalkers
help.
are coming in.
And with only 2 medivacs, this is not actually that big of a force for Yaku, but still, Marines pack quite a punch, and these Stalkers are starting to fall. There are no shield batteries here.
Yeah, this is very unfortunate for SubMariner because Yaku not only gained a lot from this drop, but also only lost Marines. Doesn't lose any of the medivacs. Even keeps a couple of lucky Marines alive, and gains a lot economically from this whole ordeal.
Yeah, on the plus side, SubMariner did save a lot of probes. I think like 7 did go down, which is unfortunate, but it's not like, you know, game-ending damage. So nice save there, at least on the probes. But yeah, it's unfortunate just how much army he lost, because we know that that push from Yakuzaku is coming. So every unit counts in the defense.
Yeah, 6 Stalkers are a way worse of a loss at this point in the game than 7 probes. Oh, well, yeah, okay. So one thing for Yaku, he probably forgot that he had this drop just sitting here.
So I just
he probably wants
realized
this at home.
there's an
There's an SUV stuck in the crashed.
Yeah, this
battle
robot
cruiser.
is on fire. Oh, okay.
I think it's trying to put out the fire.
I never noticed this animation. This is so funny. Because he like gets zapped by the battle cruiser and just falls over. That's so funny. I never noticed. There you go.
It's very loyal. Okay, Yaku moves out. SubMariner has their forces at the back there, ready to do the backstab.
Yeah, the Stalkers have joined the Immortals, and now there's already 3 Immortals there. So if Yakuzaku moves his entire army, that creates opportunity here for SubMariner.
He does have some units to defend, but they're going to get caught out here. This tank doesn't get sniped. Is Yaku going to go back, or are we going to go into a base raid? Yaku keeps pushing forward, kills the 3rd base of SubMariner on the other side of the map. SubMariner skips the 3rd base of Yakuzaku, does lose 1 Immortal here.
Yeah, it does lose 1 Immortal to the tank on the high ground, and unfortunately it looks like, yeah, he has to move forward if he wants to kill it.
Yeah. Okay, loses a 2nd Immortal. Yaku is maintaining a lot of his current army, but he is losing more bases so far. I don't know what's happening on the other side of the map right now, but basically nothing to defend.
Yeah, there is nothing to defend on the side of the Protoss. The production is going down, the bases are going down, but at the same time, I mean, SubMariner is also camping the production, but here he goes.
Oh, without the Immortal though. The Immortal stays behind.
Yeah, the Immortal stays behind, so the Immortal will be lost. It's still fine. Oh, is it the tank? But yeah, the Stalkers did recall, but there's like no defensive setup here in the main base, so the Stalkers are on their own. The Mariners are moving forward. Mariners?
Yeah, and there are a few Marauders there as well, and they are pretty good against these Stalkers, even with the blink. This looks like a win for Yakuzaku. SubMariner is down to 0 army. It was a good move by SubMariner, but I think Yaku recognized pretty well that basically all he really needs to do is keep on pushing, and he had that 1 tank at home to defend, so he just needs to come out of it ahead, and he's pretty much going to win.
Yeah, again, it was a good idea there by SubMariner, but unfortunately for him, like, Yaku still had the better army. Like, he was able to kill the bases quicker. He did snipe the key infrastructure there as well, and yeah, there was slightly not enough to defend that, but yeah, overall much better game there for SubMariner.
Yeah, I like that idea. I think there's a bit of a better micro potential here for SubMariner, because the idea was good, the execution was pretty good from a macro standpoint, but losing those Immortals on the other side of the map was just it killed off the momentum of their attack.
Yeah, also I feel like maybe I don't know what to call it. I don't even know if I want to call it micro, if I want to call it like decision making, where like I feel like he spent a little bit too much time just, going up that ramp to the main base, so the tank was able to take down quite a few units in that attack. Like, at least 1 or 2 Immortals did go down before he was able to get into the main base. But yeah, again, overall, much better game there for SubMariner. But nonetheless, GG is called, and Yakuzaku will be moving to the quarterfinals.
Yes, and we already have Beast waiting in the semi-quarterfinal, quarterfinal. We were in the semi-quarter before.
Yes. That's not confusing at all.
Not at all. Well, I am known for never confusing terms in StarCraft.
True, yeah, at all. You always know exactly what you're talking about.
I never confuse true with any other player.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's been... Dude, this is actually funny, because this is actually something I consciously think about, where, like, it's been years since someone caught me on the true. Because I was like, you know what? Nobody does that anymore. I can just say true whenever I want. No one says anything. It was like, it's like every time I'm very aware of it,
Yeah. True. Thing is, I've noticed it when I was casting with Light the other day. I did catch him on saying true a few times, but you said it so many times that I thought, like, I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't do it all the time. You've gotten used. You've gotten soft, people. I came back to put you to order.
Okay. Actually, can we, like, get a party? So?
Party.
It's not a Euro party, though.
Oh, so what? Oh, it's a party in the USA. It's a party in the USA. Is that a song? I know that's a song somewhere.
Sure.
It kind of sounds like that. I only know that song because I know the Weird Al Yankovic version. Okay, west, east, west.
I'll be honest, I do not remember if we know Beast's team.
The Beast has no team.
Yeah, doesn't have one on the bracket.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I'm just saying that. I have no idea. I've never casted this player. I'm leaning into the name Beast.
Yeah, we've had Beast in quite a few tournaments. Like, he plays fairly regularly.
God damn it! I should have said X-Men. God damn it! I'm not up on my references.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Beast said that he's downloading the new map, which means he has not played it, or at least not on this server.
I'm probably also downloading it, right?
I don't know. It says you accepted, so I think not.
Wait, is it? Sandworm. No, I never casted a sandworm. Sandworm.
It has dragon teeth.
But that's not a dragon. It's a worm. A worm is a different thing than a dragon.
Not in games. I've seen many dragons being referred to as worms.
I know in Tolkien sometimes they refer to dragons as worms, but I think it's an intentional insult. Like, because a worm is like a diminished version of a dragon. So if you call a dragon a worm, it's like calling a human a monkey or something.
I just have to take your word for it because I have no idea.
And I have no idea what I'm talking about, so you know. It's par for the course.
Yeah, on that note.
Where is Beast from? Do we know?
Austria.
Ah, okay.
Not to be confused with Australia.
So I was about to ask, do they also have Australian internet in Austria? Maybe the internet is also confused.
That's another thing people have been complaining about recently is German internet. Like what is happening?
Oh yeah,
in Germany?
Germany has had bad internet, you know, for a long time because their communications like infrastructure is pretty old.
Yeah, but so is Polish. What is happening? First we had the discussion about Deutsche. Like, what is happening, Germany? Like, it's not that I don't believe that it's bad. It's more that I'm confused. Like, genuinely confused.
I think someone explained to me somewhere. I'm not an expert, but someone explained to me that like they have a lot of like copper wiring
yeah, makes sense.
For communications and like replacing all that infrastructure with like what's the fiber optics is like super expensive and it's all dug up on the streets and like and it's also like old, like 1920s 1930s old, so it's like you know, very difficult, very costly.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that like Poland has been like very intense on adding fiber everywhere. Like that's been that's been the topic.
Yeah, it's been like this here too as well. Yeah. And I did get fiber like a few years ago finally.
Yeah, like fiber, they even put fiber in like remote locations in the mountains, which is quite funny, honestly.
Like, yeah, that's good actually.
I mean, it's good as really long as they don't like, you know, mess the surroundings too much. So as long as they're careful about that, I'm fine.
Well, it's better than what they have in the US in remote areas where you have like only one specific like internet provider and you can't use anything else because it's the only one that exists and it's kind of crap.
Yeah, I mean, their situation is an entirely different kind of worms.
Okay, players are ready. You can start. You're the host.
Yeah, hold on. I'm okay.
Click the button.
Oh my god. okay, I'm clicking the button.
Blomlitz.
It's okay, Blomlitz. I'm clicking the button.
The beast demands food.
Blomlitz is
I completely forgot about Blomlitz, by the way. I forgot Blomlitz was a thing. Blomlitz.
And guess what? In just a few seconds, the predictions will be going live. Click on the button.
Remember to not forget about the predictions, Guru.
Yeah, I have my finger on the button. I'm gonna press it in just a few seconds.
Did you click it? Let's click
it now.
Did you click it?
It's going live.
There we go. It has been clunked. Clunked.
So where are we, Stick? Where did we load into?
We are on Sandworm, where the worms are sandy because, you know, they don't take showers or something. And the northeast corner of the map, representing our very own... No, that's... Southwest, I get confused. It's the southwest corner of the map. All the way from the land of Austria, it is our green Protoss. Give it up for the Beast.
And across the map we have our red Terran player representing the CranKy Ducklings and Singapore. It is Yakuzaku.
The pug jump himself.
Yeah, and here said teeth.
These are just bollards, they're not teeth.
They're teeth. Okay, so the story... I didn't know you can go through this storm. That's so funny. But the story of this map, in the description, it said that this map is called Sunworm because of the dragon teeth. However, they are not actual teeth, but they are like remains of old reinforcements by the Terrans. Not reinforcements, but like barricades and stuff.
They look. Do you know what they look like? If you zoom in on one.
Okay, we ready. Hold on. Yeah.
They look like a Pope hat, right? Like the hat of the Pope.
A little bit, maybe. They look more like the top of a tower.
Yeah, like a Pope's hat.
I don't think that's what it looks like, but sure.
Yeah, there you go. Captain Fish is supplying us with the information about German internet. Inter9, if you will. Get it?
Yes,
German,
I get it.
It's 9.
Yeah, for those who don't know, internet is actually a joke that was brought to me by foreigners in Poland who were trying to get connection. They were like, they're going around an internet. And that was their joke. I was like, that's not even Polish, whatever. Sure.
Are you sure I didn't come up with that?
No, you did take it. You might have come up with it regardless, like separately. But okay. I'm 100% sure that the first time I heard it was from actually my Belgian friends, who were staying here for a while. They were like, an internet. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, guys.
It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Whether it's mine or not, it is still a good joke.
Yeah. I mean, again, you might have both come up with it separately.
Yes. It's possible you told it to me and I just
it's also possible.
Because my brain doesn't remember things.
Look, we put two people on stream who are not good at remembering, so, you know, you get what you get.
Well, we remembered predictions.
I did remember predictions. Everybody should praise me how good I am at this.
I forgot. Alright. So we have a standard TVP here. We got a robotics facility on the way for Beast. Not a proxy this time, so, you know.
Yaku sneaking in with that single heli on the Reaper has already went down, but there are no defenses in. Only now Beast is warping in some.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to get much with this though. There's no Reaper along with it.
Yeah.
There's not that little bit of extra DPS.
I mean,
it does get a full scout.
Yeah, there isn't even a second Hellion with this, so the task of this Hellion was to scout this base, and scout he did.
Yes.
So he saw that Twilight Council producing, he saw the Robo as well, and we have Blink on the way, so Blink Stalkers with a Warp support will be on the menu.
Yes, I'm wondering what else is going to come out of that robotics facility. The Stalkers have to go around.
Yeah. Ooh, but this drop,
oh,
it's spotted.
I'm gonna catch the Widowmine drop. Oh, but the Stalkers have to go around the teeth.
Yeah, there are not enough Stalkers here to snipe this drop before it reaches.
Blink is finished.
Blink? Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. Alright, the Beast is getting prepared for an early push here. Yeah, and a second Warp Prism on the way as well.
Yaku has some defenses prepared. He has that bunker, he has the tank sieged, and he's working on more Marines, but he doesn't have that much defenses actually.
Yeah, and there's no tank on the high ground, which is worrying, because I'm assuming Beast is going to try and blink into the high ground there. There's not much to defend. And I say not much, I mean nothing.
Yeah, the entire force of Yakuzaku was focused on the natural. This tank will be sniped right off the factory as well.
Yeah, don't think it even got a shot out. Yaku doesn't have enough mobility here. There's not enough to actually get up on the high ground and shoot.
Yeah, the SCVs are forced off the line to fight, and a lot of them will be going down. The Raven is joining the rest of the army at the natural, but yeah, the main base is completely abandoned.
And Yaku did evacuate his workers to the natural base, but all of his production is camped now. There's nothing much he can do. GG is called. The Beast will reign supreme. The Worm, if you will.
I it could be
The
a worm.
sandworm,
Yeah,
the sand
yeah.
beast. The sand worm beast. Worm sand beast. Sand beast worm. Yep. Okay, Yaku is choosing Last Fantasy. He loved this map. Despite the fact that it doesn't have any gold bases.
Hold on. I already forgot what servers they picked. They went east, okay.
West, east, west.
Because usually we go central, but I mean, it's... Once again, for those who don't know, we do have like a recommended server, but it is possible to go for a different server selection if both players agree to it. Like if they, you know, decide that actually, you know what, this server is better for me, and the other player agrees, then they can play on a different one.
Yes, it is the prerogative of the players, and both players are ready. Let's go! Why is Yaku being accused of bribing us? With what could Yaku possibly bribe us?
Yeah, I'm firing him like every week.
He has no money, and he doesn't know how to cook.
He knows how to make banana bread. Apparently.
I still haven't tasted anything he's made, so
Me neither, yeah. Even when we were there, he didn't cook for us, so there's that.
I'm going to withhold my my judgment so far. All I have is visual evidence that he cooks things.
True. And his arguments with his family.
All right. We are on TLMC 20, Last Fantasy. Kuro, do you know what TLMC stand for?
Time limit makes content.
Yes, time limit does make content. And speaking of content, in the northwest corner of the map, no, sorry, it says 1130 corner of the map, all the way from the land of Austria. Currently up 1 in the best of 3 series, it is our Green Protoss, the Beast.
And across the map, already scouted by our Protoss player, it is the purple Treant from CranKy Ducklings representing Singapore. It is Yakuzaku.
Duck is so cute.
It's cute. Stack has been with us for 6 years now?
Something like that. Yeah, at first we had the crank one.
Yeah, originally we had the crank emote as our logo, and this tag appeared on our stuff, I think in December 2019. I think that was when we announced it.
Something like that. When we got the clan banner and stuff.
Yeah.
Not banner, badge.
Logo.
Badge? Logo.
Yeah.
And badge. No,
I mean,
Duckling is the badge.
The duck is the badge.
On Twitch chat. We are very organized. We know what we're talking about.
I mean, I am. What do you mean? Very close here to denying this command center, but the SCV moves away in time.
Yeah, I know. The workers' union got a replacement for that SCV as it was injured, and it has health benefits.
Uh-huh. Somehow I doubt SCVs are getting health benefits, you know?
I mean, no, actually they do. They do. They are very well paid. Because they have a lot of extra risk pay. They have a very good union. Not like Marines. Marines are like, the prisoners. Nobody cares about them.
Makes sense.
That's why they can just give them drugs all the time.
Is there a difference between the Brood War SCVs and the C2 SCVs though? Because Yaku is using Brood War SCVs.
Well, technically, the SCVs are supposed to be gigantic. Like, they're not supposed to be the size of a Marine. They're supposed to be the size of a command center, basically, or like
maybe not command center, but they're like big mechs. Yeah.
Yeah. They're supposed to be more like a Viking in terms of size.
Yeah, like the Viking is more accurate. Because it essentially this is like a mech that somebody sits in.
Yeah, it's not a power armor like the Marines.
Yeah. it always catches me off guard whenever like people do like first-person games in StarCraft because they actually make them more proper scale.
And do you know what SCV stands for?
Self-contained video phone.
No. It's a space construction vehicle.
Ah, there you go.
Ah.
I might have read a very bad joke about scuba diving yesterday. Don't worry about it. I can send it to you.
Beast has recalled. Why? I don't.
I am not sure.
Maybe they were afraid that Yaku was about to poke in there.
I mean, he is with this Reaper and Helion, but I feel like maybe they had. I don't know if they had any units back at home. It might have been that all the units were across the map, and Beast was a bit afraid that he may lose probes there unnecessarily. But I feel like just a warping back at home would have been enough to deal with that.
Yeah, I think having that position where you can just deny the second base from Yaku is a much better position.
Yeah, and it didn't look like he was ready to defend even from those few units just yet. Of course, like now he's amassing more army, so maybe Beast just decided to move away before that happens, so he doesn't suddenly get caught off guard.
Well, I think so. Also, Beast was really far ahead in terms of economy, just by denying that second base from operating at all for a long, long time.
Yeah, and he is now already back. He has the warp on the way. Unfortunately, moves into tank fire.
Just don't stand there. Alright, they get the warpings in the main base of Yakuzaku. Isn't much here to defend. The tank gets jumped on, and in that close range, the tank can't do anything, and the Yaku is going to lose this tank. Going to lose the Marines, and he's basically got nothing. There's another tank and a few Marines coming in, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, and at the same time as the Stalkers were dealing damage here in the main, at the same time we had 2 Adepts in the natural base, so probes were already falling, and with that GG is called. Beast will be taking this game and the entire series 2-0.
Yes, very, very nicely done. Shutting out all of Yakuzaku's harassment, and also doing harassment of their own, and just keeps the Terran back, and will not allow that 2-base push to ever happen.
Yeah. And you could argue that maybe at times Beast was a bit too careful, but I mean, that being careful did pay out for him, as he was ready for everything that Yaku was sending his way and was able to be aggressive too. So,
yeah, very nicely done. And now we have our first semi-final already prepared, as Walk has moved, has walked, walk. There's too many jokes. I have too many jokes. I can't. Do I go with a move joke, or do I go with a walkover? Do I go which one? Which joke should I go with?
He moved on and walked that path straight to the semifinals.
I've pun overload. There are too many paths.
Oh no, Stick has overloaded. Quickly, someone pour ice cold water on him.
Anyway, we have Walk versus Beast in the first semi-final. Elsewhere in the bracket, we also have DizzyDwarf. DizzyDwarf Twert.
I think those are 2 separate names that one of them he uses on U, one of them he uses on an A. So we just call him DizzyDwarf.
DizzyDwarf versus Zigor, and Captain Fish, the favorite, versus SooThSayeR. Let's see who will be in that other semi-final on the other side of the bracket later on.
Yeah, earlier in the rounds, we also Zigor, to go to the quarterfinals, defeated Davlitos, and SooThSayeR beat Shen, who is actually, I believe this is the first time they were playing, and they did go with a 2-1 score, so nicely done as well. Meanwhile, at the top side of the bracket, Wok did defeat Zerktanis before moving on to fight Move. And also Move took down Sugarcoat II, which is also a player we have seen before, but in the Ducklings Open they have reached the finals, I think 2 times actually. Maybe once.
Nice.
But they're also a very strong player from Ducklings Open.
I was, seeing as I haven't casted any of our amateur tournaments in a long time. In preparation, I was looking up what was the last Master Swan Open that I casted. Do you know what number it was?
Oh, no idea. We don't write that down, unfortunately, so I don't know.
It was number 78.
Okay.
And that was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna count how many years has it been.
It was 2.5 years ago. It was 78. And I was like, wait a minute, no, that can't be. I missed like I haven't casted in 2.5 years. Oh,
Yeah?
and then I forgot that Master Swan Open was on a long hiatus a few times.
I think we had like, I want to say a year, but I don't remember exactly how long it was when we didn't have the amateur tournaments. I think it might have been
it was
less than
pretty
a year.
long time, and also then they came back as like a monthly thing, and then so then now it's a rotating to bi-weekly thing, and it's
Yeah, we changed the
so I haven't
format a few times.
So I haven't missed a lot, is what I'm saying. It feels like I did, but actually no.
Also, we have a question in the chat. What do the maps mean? Do they play all games on each map for each segment of the tournament? So the way it works for our amateur tournaments, we use the system that's called Loser Speak. And the way it works, the first map of each series of each round is listed on the bracket. So each match in that round starts on, for example, Sandworm. And then once one of the players loses a game, they pick the next map that will be played. So
yes,
that is how Loser Speak works in the amateur tournament.
And we do that because it's a fairly simple system. What?
Walker's name changed.
Sit fry.
Stir fry.
No, it's sit fry.
No, it's stir fry.
It's
That's
I
what
accept,
Knight
I
said.
accept
Yeah.
the proposal.
Yeah, look.
I accept. Oh no! Now he corrects it. No, I'm looking at in-game chat. He Light misspelled it.
Yeah. I do sit and fry sometimes. There you go.
God damn it.
But yeah, we have stir fry instead today.
So all my walk jokes are
I mean, you can make a stir fry in the wok, no?
Yeah, I can make stir fry work. Yeah, walk. I can make stir fry work.
Oh, no.
I can make it work. Look, you wanted me back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did.
Look.
We're regretting it now, but yeah, we did.
Look, at least they can't say that my jokes are the worst, okay? That's it.
You're the worst pun. You have the worst puns.
Other
than Yaku. Because Yaku just doesn't rhyme or make puns or make any connection. He just says words.
So like rank, you're saying?
I don't know. I don't know enough.
No, I just remember every time I remember Totabisky describing the knowledge of English from the players of Axiom, and I remember him describing Ryang as Ryang just puts random words together and hopes for the best.
Yes. Okay. Then yes, just like Ryang.
I think his English has improved over the years, but still.
Oh, stir fry. Okay. Stir fry is Australian. That makes sense.
Yeah. And the first map is.
It's stir fry. He puts another shrimp on the barbie.
No, he puts a prawn.
A prawn on the barbie.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know. Maybe he says shrimp, but I'm pretty sure Australian says prawn.
No, they say prawn. The correct term is prawn. The shrimp on the Barbie is an American thing that they said based on the prawn on the Barbie, which was part of a commercial. By the way, it's an Australian saying. It's a commercial for an Australian brand of something. Very confusing.
Oh my god, stick.
Oh, it's Austria versus Australia.
Yes, I was gonna say. That's gonna be a good one.
It's us versus us.
Yeah, us versus us. Fun fact that, you know, when like... I was gonna say that like this, it sometimes says us like on sports events for whatever reason. You know, it's just, yeah, us versus us. Us versus us, okay. Yeah, but you also say like is it Österreich? I don't know how they say in Austria.
Österreich.
Okay, maybe because I know in German it's with a O on the beginning. Okay, sorry.
Österreich.
I'm too busy like making language jokes to actually set up the game. Okay. Cheer, Jeff. I think we can go. Look, I enjoy languages. For those who don't know, I don't want to say I learned, but I have tried learning quite a few languages. And generally, I enjoy like, you know, knowing various languages. It's fun.
I'm very, very highly relate to that. That's why I learned so many languages.
Yeah.
I'm just not very good at them.
I'm like decent, but the problem is I never like continue learning them. So like I know like very basics of a few languages.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I did. I just studied the very first like class of a language and then abandon it because I know I'm not going to continue.
That's me and
I'm
Finnish. Like... I tried like
yeah,
one
that's what
lesson
I did with Finnish
and
as well.
Look,
I'll
get to
what
it.
I did.
I'll get to it.
It's exactly what I did. I took
Also...
one course of Finnish and then if I was finished, I do pistol snap. Remember pistol snaps? That's when I do pistol fingers, but in order for you to hear it, I do the pistol snaps.
Yes, I do.
Because I'm funny. I am so funny.
But you know what still? You know what still?
Yes. What? Who? I'm sorry. I'm
We're
opening up with the fuck
predictions.
Persephone. I don't remember what Persephone is. Is that the Greek thing that brings the summer or the winter or
the spring? Maybe?
Spring?
I think so. Look, I am not big on Greek mythology, so do not like question my knowledge.
Daughter of Zeus and Demeter, she became the queen of the underworld after her abduction by her uncle Hades, the king of the underworld, who would later also take her into marriage. They were crazy, those people.
I mean, look. The Greek the mythologies in general have a lot of this kind of thing.
She is a vegetation goddess. Yes, the goddess of the fertility of the land and stuff.
I mean, so spring is close enough.
Yeah, goddess of the dead, grain, and spring.
There you go. I remembered it. Well, there you go. We have some.
Yeah, we remembered something, Krupp. Both of us at the same time. Did you remember predictions? Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. They started. They ended already. But,
GG!
Yeah. Look at that. Only 2 sticky notes.
We're finished here. Do we need anything more?
No, not really.
Yeah,
I guess it's the raffle. We need to do the raffle.
Okay. Anyway, in the southwest corner of Persephone, which brings the spring. I don't know why it sounded so... Well, she's the ruler of the underworld, so...
Yeah.
She's like, I will get out of the underworld and break free, and I shall bring you the spring and flowers and butterflies. In southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Australia, mate, it is our orange Terran. Give it up for Stir Fry, aka the Walk.
And on the top side of the map we have our red Protoss player from Austria, not Australia. It is Beast.
So we'll walk, slay the beast, and make Stir Fry. Or will the beast defeat the hunter?
That sounds like something from Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I was trying to build up like a mythology around these two, but
No, but like in Monster Hunter, they would totally make a stir fry out of a beast. I can see that.
Yeah, it's like delicious dungeon. Have you seen that anime?
No,
It's
not yet.
phenomenal. Oh, you should definitely see
I
it.
only see it on my timeline consistently because Prosy the voice acts there.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Okay, I will put it on my list.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
It's very inspiring to go and cook stuff.
okay, that's nice.
Don't watch it on an empty stomach, though.
Fair.
I'm warning you.
Fair.
You will be so hungry so fast.
As Beast is preparing an attack.
Ooh, speaking of hungry, the beast is ready to pounce.
Yes, he's stalking his prey.
Yes, with stalkers
Yeah.
and the sentry. Alright, Stir-Fry going for a double with the mine drop, but yeah, there's nothing to defend at home. And Beast is on the way, it's moving.
Yeah, it looks like the distraction from Beast is working. I mean, the attack really. Although at the same time, the Midwacks are still moving into the main base. The force field is here to stop
Oh,
the
nice
rockets, but at the
force field.
same time,
Oh, the Widow Mines catch 10 probes. Wow.
yeah, so nice bit of damage there for Walk, but at the same time he has to evacuate his natural base as he has stalkers in the base, and all of the SCVs had to be moved to the main.
Yeah, so the natural base has been evacuated. It was not destroyed, so not the end of the world for Stir-Fry, but yeah, the Terran cannot be allowed. No, they cannot allow themselves to be contained here on one base. There is a tank here. There's a jump forward with a blink.
And loses quite a few stalkers
down.
for it, but the tank does go down.
Yeah, it looks like Stir-Fry is like, yeah, I don't like PvT. I'm just going to kill Terran or anyone. And I'm going to avoid this nonsense with the two-base push.
Yeah, this one Widow Mine still survives, by the way, so it's still a danger there to the base of Beast, but Beast does not let go on the siege and is able to break the wall and move in.
Oh, the tank moves out. Oh, it gets caught out. It doesn't get to... If that tank managed to get to where the Marines are and set up, then there could have been a defensive position here for Stir-Fry. But yeah, no, losing that tank is... that's the last nail in the coffin.
There was some nice stacking there of SCVs, and they are trying to help out with defense, and actually they are taking down quite a few stalkers, but they are the last line of defense here.
Yeah. And when you... That's not a lot of Marines, the poor things. Do we have... We don't have steam in it.
We have another tank though, and this one is able to siege.
Yeah, but that's a little too late. If this was the situation with the previous tank, I would have given Stir-Fry a chance, but yeah, this is a little bit too little, too late.
Yeah, I mean...
I like that the tank can't even shoot. The stalkers are too close.
Yeah, but it also can't die. Yeah, the sad part is though that the SCVs are also being targeted. 50 SCVs does go down just in the defense of this tank alone. And
yeah, and this still has the proxy location.
Yeah, he's still warping in more units. Also, the Widow Mines have been dealt with, so the bases back at home for Beast are safe. And yeah, this looks like a very, very difficult defense here for Walk.
Yeah. Still 49 workers to 14, 15 now. It's yeah, no. Yeah,
It's
no,
just
yeah.
taking third, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah, yeah. So,
Although-
speaking Australian now.
Although, something to keep in mind is that while Beast is amassing these units, yeah, I was gonna say, he is waiting quite a bit to regroup their forces. But it looks like now he is moving back into position. He is trying to siege this base once again. I mean, the tank is sieged here, so the stalkers will be going down. And this is actually enough to scare off Beast.
I mean, Beast shouldn't really... I mean, okay. We know that Beast could have just pounced on that tank and just blunked forward and killed it and then killed the Marines, and that would be the end of the game, right? But Beast may not have that vision and doesn't know. and just decides, you know what, I have the advantage. I'm going to press the. I'm going to just sit here, and I'm just going to get ahead. I have 3 bases. I kind of think that Terran is only on 1. I'm not going to let him get any more, and I just play it safe.
Yeah, I mean, he'll just get there eventually. He's even putting down robotics bay and stuff, so wants to tech up further and like, you know, just slowly overpower the Terran. But yeah, he's in a very good position. Snipes another tank here on the high ground.
Yeah, and with the charge loss, there's enough here that Beast feels comfortable, and that was the GG. Stir Fry. Sorry, Beast will be taking game number 1.
Yes.
Yeah, we're seeing that Beast really, first of all, going Beast mode in every game. Just gotta say, and also just not letting the Terran get to where the Terran wants to be, which is that big Terran, that 2-base push.
Yeah, like Beast, I don't know how to put it, because Beast is fairly aggressive. Like he as you said, he makes sure to attack early to not let Terran, you know, build up that economy. But at the same time, he's also very careful. Like he tries not to overextend. Like he moves back a lot. He like, you know, we even had that series versus Yaku where he straight up just recalled back home, even though it didn't look like he had to. He's making sure that he doesn't overextend by accident.
Yeah, exactly. So Last Fantasy is going to be our next map. Beast is like, oh no, not again. It is the last fantasy. This is premium cope. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we have some copium salesmen in the chat. All he needs to do is mule and he'll be fine. Sure.
It's just mule.
It's just mule. It's a mule. One mule and a dream.
I mean, if Yaku was here, I'm sure he would be arguing about mules.
Yeah, like I said, copium salesman in the chat. It did have in the FFA tournament that Light was casting. We did see some Terrans who basically were down to like 1 command center and a mule, and managed to come back. That was a different setting than a 1v1. So technically, you could say that Terran can come back with 1 mule and a dream.
Yeah, when you have team games, it's possible to, you know, draw the attention of the opponent, so the other person has the time to build back up. But in 1v1, this is much less likely. And with that, we are on now our second map in these semi-finals. We are on Last Fantasy, where in the top side, at 1130 position, we have our orange Terran from Australia. It is Stir Fry, also known as Walk.
Try to do a sizzle sound, you know, when you do Stir Fry. And in the 330 position, it is our Red Protoss, currently up 1 in this best of 3 series, all the way from the land of Austria. It is the Beast. See, he almost held, and he was 1 mule and base expand from stabilizing. Holy Lime, you need to get off that copium. It is not healthy. If your cope fantasies last for more than 4 hours, you need to see a doctor.
On that note, we have actually, you know, one of the players does know the location of the opponent, while the other doesn't, as Walk does scout this bottom base first, and that is not where Beast is.
Yes. But here's the thing with the 3 base spawn locations. If you spawn 1, you spawn, like, you know where your opponent is.
Yeah.
It's not like four position spawn.
If it's not one, it's the other, so it's fairly easy to deduce at least that. But I mean, you still lose that like little scouting information where you can see what is actually happening in the base of the opponent. So it still has its advantages.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, I was handing it to you. Come on.
You were actually.
See,
See, this is how long it's been. I'm not on point on that. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's true. It is true. We haven't. We don't have any Zerg
no, we
players
don't. No,
here,
no. There's a Terran and a Protoss. We don't even have.
yeah,
a
I
Zerg
was. We don't have a Zerg here, but yeah, it's true.
Chewie is disqualified. He's too good for this tournament.
I mean, to be fair, we would have to verify that because he hasn't played in so long that he might accidentally qualify. Oh? No, we lost Stick! We lost Stick! Can I pause? No, I can't. Okay. I think we lost Stick. So yeah, Stick is encountering some difficulties. Apparently his PC crashed. Okay. So unfortunately it looks like Steamworld will not be joining us for the rest of this game specifically, but I'm sure he'll figure something out for the next ones. Okay, our players are ready, and we are back in game. Hold on, let me just make sure that we disconnect Stick so he doesn't. There you go. Should be fine for now.
Hello.
Oh, are you back?
Kind of. Yes, my PC crashed completely. Like,
Ah,
absolutely died.
so we have an adept chasing this Reaper over here. It's very close to dying, and I think he will be able to snipe it. There you go. It took a while, but we did get there. But yes, did you not? Were you not like preparing a second PC a while ago?
Yes, but it doesn't have any like games or it's like a work computer, so I didn't want to install any games on it. Now I'm going to have to.
I mean, look.
Yeah, this is too much. This is too much death for one computer.
Yeah, that happens. I am currently entering the era where like I'm starting to get concerned that like the new programs are just too good for my PC, and I'm just thinking about upgrading everything. So, you know.
Problem is it's expensive.
Yeah. So we actually have a Viking defending here from this adept in the main base of Walk. 2 SCVs already going down though, so at least nice bit of damage there for one adept. What do you
I'm
think?
going to pretend like I'm on a cast and
What do you think, Steve? Can I... Let's see if I can screen share. We'll see if it will lag or not.
it's probably gonna crash my my graphics card.
True. But I will try regardless.
I know, True is not that bad on graphics. He usually uses lower settings.
Sure.
Okay, so we have Beast on the move out. We got Cyclone sneaking around the main army of Beast, but it's actually not. I don't know if it can actually get anything done on the other side of the map.
I mean, there's nothing actually in the bases of Beast, so if it gets into a mineral line, it can get quite a few SCVs down, but at the same time we have these stalkers right blinking into the main.
Yes, a few Marines go down, but there's enough here to push the stalkers away.
Yeah, that was not a big group of the stalkers, so they were able to be taken down. There was also this tank on the back of the base, so there was no real danger for Walk there.
Yeah. Now
Did this thing go down? I think it went down. No, where is it?
it did not go down.
It just made it around the
Just
map. Okay,
Did it have any kills?
let's see. 2. 2 kills.
Yeah, okay. Killed a couple of things.
Probably some transferring workers then.
Yeah, at least that. It is that.
I expected to find the cycle like in the middle of the Protoss base, but no, it just made a nice circle. Like sniped a few workers. It's good.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
And see, this time Stirfry did push Beast's attack away, so Stirfry is on 2 bases, nicely mining nicely. Got the better army supply. That 2 base push might actually come to pass in this game.
Yeah, we have a lot of marines already. We have 2 medivacs as well. Tanks are already sieged. We have that cyclone to help too. We even have more barracks to continue working on those infantry units. At the same time though, Beast has a 3rd base, has a Colossus and an Immortal. I always find that funny.
Yay! It's like mommy and
I don't know why, but it's so funny when the Immortal stands up with the Colossus.
Yeah, but look at the Colossus, it's like vibing.
Yeah.
Got that animation. Alright, Beast blinking into the main base here. At least going to take a look at what kind of composition the Terran has and how much forces are here.
Oh.
Gonna get a good look, see.
Walk misses the observer just barely, as it was actually on the front of his base and it sees the entire push out moving out.
Yeah. Beast. Oh, Storm is on the way. We have Thermal Lance finishing. There's a 2nd Colossus. Oh, this is gonna be an epic fight here. If the positioning of Stirfry is really good with these 5 tanks, this can work pretty well for the Terran. But one misstep and yeah, you're kind of done.
Yeah,
Alright, using the speed zones. The tanks are on siege. The charge lots jump forward. The Colossi from the back are doing a number on these Marines as they are standing in a line. Some of the tanks do go down. But, enough of them are still here that Terran can still push.
It looked like a nice position for work because his army was very clumsy, so the Zealots couldn't really get to it. But the Colossus from the top, and now the Storm as well.
Storm puppy. Between the Storm and the 2 Thermal Lances, yeah, the Terran's army is just disappearing.
Yeah, at the same time though, the Protoss moved a bit too far forward, too far away from the shield batteries and lost quite a few units here, so actually this is not as clean as Beast would like.
Yes, but there's still a Colossus and now, a 3rd Colossus, and, well, 2nd, because the 1st one went away, and GG's called, and Beast will take the series 2-0.
GG.
Nicely defended there.
Oh, there you go. I was just doing the prediction thing. But yeah, GG is called and Beast will be taking the series, and with that he is advancing to the grand finals. So we have the first of the finalists already there.
Do you know what? I think we'll just... Do you mind if we just keep the screen share? I think it's a lot more stable than...
I think it's fine. I don't think we got lags, so we could do that.
Yeah, it's better than just me, like, dropping every single game.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Gonna exit the game. And I'm already dreading having to set up everything on my new computer.
Yeah, it's always a challenge to set up things on new device.
It's also it has Windows 11.
Yeah, that's I
hate it so much. I can't begin to describe how much. Every time I log into that computer, I get like a knot in my stomach. Like, ugh, I hate this.
Yeah, that will happen. I mean, that is also something I'm worrying about with.
Yeah, and I know you well enough to know that you will be annoyed at the exact same crap that I'm annoyed with.
Oh, probably, yeah. I did have to interact with some Windows 11 PCs before, and the experience was confusing. Let's just put it that way.
Awful. It's awful. I had Windows 10 at work for a while, and it was manageable, Didn't like it, but it was manageable. But Windows 11 is just somehow worse.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I'd stay on Windows 7, which is what I have right now forever. If it wasn't for stuff like this,
I have Windows
for
10,
these, like,
and I actually enjoy Windows 10, but yeah, 11 was just a bit too confusing to me.
if it was up to me, if it wasn't for these like driver issues, with old drivers that aren't supported, they just don't support the old operating system, I would stay on Windows 7 for the next 10 years, as far as I'm concerned. I don't really need anything that Windows 11 has to offer. And also, most of the games that I play are Windows 7 developed anyway, so it's fine.
True.
Yeah, no, I think he plays, what is it, Hearthstone? What is he playing now?
True plays Brood War. True is competing in Brood War.
Oh, oh,
Actually-
he needs Windows XP for that.
Windows 98.
Windows 98.
But apparently True is doing really well in Brood War, so there's that. I have to watch some Brood War tournaments at some point.
I can't. It's so boring. Oh, these games are so boring.
I haven't really seen much, so I can say like I know the game, but I haven't seen the tournaments.
Remember back in our days, before we had the 12 SCVs at the start of the game for each player, when every game was just like 6 minutes of just people mining and building pylons and supply depots. It's no.
I remember as casters had just like prepared stories to talk about for the first few minutes of the game.
We started casting on Legacy of the Void, right? We did.
No. Actually, no. We did cast in Legacy of the Void. Yeah, true. Because we started playing matches in Heart of the Swarm, but we didn't make tournaments until Legacy.
Yeah. Because I don't remember having to deal with like the start of the game. Like, I would have had a skill issue with that. You know the madness that happens when I have to like, fill in time in regular games. Imagine what would happen if I had to fill in 6 minutes of every match, of every game. I'd need 2 puppets.
I thought we had 3. Anyway, with all of that said, we are waiting for the last quarterfinal to finish, and after that we will be going into the semifinal. Actually, I should show the bracket. As DizzyDwarf did take down Zigur 2-0 and is waiting in that semifinals, and the other match between Captain Fish and SooThSayeR is currently in the game number 3, in the ace match, as they say. And yeah, the winner of that will be going against DizzyDwarf in just a few minutes. So yeah, we will be taking a short little break, and stay tuned.
Bye.
See you then. And welcome to Master Swan Open number 90, our monthly 4.7k MMR tournament, so more or less Masters players, and we are now in the second semifinals of our monthly tournament, and we are here spawning in the top left corner of Persephone TLMC edition. With the first of our players, it is the blue Terran player, representing himself and Devil's Void, the clan, as well as Poland. It is DizzyDwarf, also known as Verit. And Stamel, who do we have across the map?
In the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of France, representing that team that I never managed to actually say the name of. Gendarmerie right? Something like that. It is our red. Sir, give it up for SooThSayeR. Fresh from a victory against Captain Fish.
Yes. Had some words about the Terran strategies nowadays.
Yes, it was a very hard-fought battle there, but SooThSayeR did manage to finally break down the Terran defenses of Captain Fish and has moved on to the semi-final.
Yeah, and we actually see a Zerg on the stream, which is also very nice because despite us actually having quite a few Zergs, not a lot of them made it to the semi-finals. So this is our one Zerg, and yeah, very nicely to see one.
And we love it. It's the only one we have. It's ours.
Yes, it's our Zerg.
It's a, we're not going to share. This is our Zerg.
But yeah, SooThSayeR also one of regular players of our tournament, so definitely have seen him before, and yeah, he's making those nice finishes once again. Also, Stick, did you know that this map has a healing pod?
Yes, I knew about the things. I didn't know that it was in this map.
Yeah.
Do the players know that?
Probably not.
I noticed that a lot of players don't even know that this exists. I don't know that it blocks flying units.
Yeah. As some players learn the hard way, trying to use it with their flyers.
But if you have a medivac there and it has soldiers in it, does it heal the soldiers?
I mean, we don't know because the medivac cannot fly in.
Oh, okay.
As the Reaper does go down already to the Queen. Actually, I'll be honest. Looking at this design, it looks like from the top and bottom you should be able to fly in. It doesn't look like it's completely like bird off, but I don't know if this is just like, oh, like we just didn't have a visual for this, or if this is actually how it works and you can fly in from the top.
I doubt it.
I also doubt it, but I feel like that needs checking. Fear Dragon?
Fear Dragon! We summon the Fear Dragon. Got 99 problems, but facts ain't one. But a fact ain't one. Try to make a joke about the 99 useless facts.
Yeah, 99% useless fact.
It's the thing. It's the thing.
He hasn't done that for a while now. It's a shame.
Yeah, do I even follow him on YouTube? I think I do. I think I'm subscribed to his channel on YouTube.
I think I do as well. But yeah, it's been a while since he published. I know that he's been busy in his life lately, so yeah.
Yeah, Captain Fish is asking, how was it to watch the game on German? Is that the German diva that you have as an announcer? I've noticed.
Yeah, it looks... Oh no. Oh no. Steamworld.
What? Oh, you've forgotten the predictions.
Okay. Which color this time? Okay, we have yellow. Hold on, where are the medivacs? Quickly. That's the wrong button.
Follow the medivacs!
Which color do I pick this time? Oh, I'll pick the push-in one that says lazy on it. That sounds like a good one.
For those who don't know, Koro is now writing yet another post-it notes.
Yep.
To remind her not to forget predictions.
I'll observe first, but I put that post-it note. I have it in front of me. Yes, we have some Banelings getting prepared for the defense here.
Don't worry, you'll be reminded to make that post-it note the next time you forget about predictions.
Oh yeah, no.
Alright, so DizzyDwarf is coming in around, not quite getting in there at the front, but clearing out some creep, which is always a good thing to do against a Zerg. Painting speed still far away from being done here.
Yeah, it's not on the way.
Yeah, with the wings! Oh. I was butt clenching.
I was like, is there a lair? But no, there is a lair. So the bending speed has just not started, as it looks like SooThSayeR has other plans.
Yeah, we're going to go with Hydrolysis. Oh, there's the main speed. I think SooThSayeR may have just maybe just delayed a little bit to get the gas for the Hydrolysis then.
maybe, but I mean that baning speed would definitely be useful for this defense, but nonetheless, it looks like it's enough to keep the Terran at bay. At the same time, he does scout the third base.
Bye, Zergling. Bye, little Zergling.
Okay, I'm just gonna park here. Where's my pen? Okay.
This is my punishment. I will not forget predictions. I will not. This is like a Bart Simpson, like writing on the chalkboard. Captain Fish is reporting that the German diva sounds better than the English diva.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds different. I will give it that. It's different. Okay, now please actually stick and not fall off the screen like the other one. Okay, it's holding on for now.
Got a
hello, we need to move the camera.
This is your punishment.
It's the multitasking. Ooh, this one medivac is very close to going down. At the same time, we have another force on the east side, but the Hydras are also there to defend.
DizzyDwarf is trying to multi-prong, but SooThSayeR is so far pretty well organized in these defenses on different sides. Did a good job of rebuilding all those creep tumors so that the army can stay mobile. And yeah, it pushes away the Terran's attack so far. This really hasn't done much.
Yeah, very nice rotation. The rotations there from SooThSayeR keeps on top of the attacks from the Terran and hasn't really lost anything of import.
I'm wondering, well, DizzyDwarf in the meantime is taking a third base, and now I think setting up a fourth, flying into position there. So gonna be pretty good economically, which is not necessarily good for the Zerg, because this Zerg player is being, I put it in quotation, contained on 4 bases.
Yeah, the Widowmice are being set up, which may be a bit of a problem for a Link Bane pair. That said, we have 4 Banelings on the way. There are no Banelings in this army, just Zerglings and Hydras, and they will have a hard time against Marines with Widowmice.
Yeah. Infestation Pit is about to finish, so SooThSayeR will be able to take up into the next stage. DizzyDwarf might actually manage to snipe a base here. No, we're gonna have to back away. These medivacs are too low on health.
Yeah, there was also
some damage.
There was also some friendly fire from the Widowmice, and I think they actually were the ones who finished off like the chunk of the army.
Yeah. Damn Widowmice. Also, Captain Fish wants to see how Yaku reads.
Oh no.
Commando Central.
You do not want to see Yaku or hear Yaku speak German. I will give you that.
You don't want to hear Yaku speak in general, right?
Various languages. Yeah.
Sorry, I was going for a mean comment.
It was
not
pretty
what I mean.
mean.
I like Yakuzaku's voice.
He has good voice. But
it's a good voice.
Yeah.
It's just what he says is kind of nice.
Ooh, a nice cleanup here from SooThSayeR. Actually cleans up all the Widowmice and is cleaning up the rest of the Marines as well, but it looks like it just barely does not have enough Hydras to finish this off.
Yeah, more importantly, not enough Zerglings and Banes to finish this off, because the Hydralisks on their own, not enough. But yeah, we have Infestors on the way to just charging up energy.
Oh, nice fungal though on the entire Marine army, and the Zerglings are able to get in. And once again, there are no Banelings here, but still a good one there from SooThSayeR. But without those Banelings, yeah, looks like that's not enough damage.
Yeah, and even with the fungals, okay, so you fungal, but there's nothing to shoot the Marines once they are fungaled, and this base will probably go down. SooThSayeR is setting up another base in the southeast to replace this one already, but this will be an economic hit at this point in the game against the Terran on 4 bases.
Yeah,
Oh,
GG
there
is
we go,
called,
GG is
and
called.
DizzyDwarf will take it, as SooThSayeR just does not have the numbers to continue this defense. But yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
really it was the Banelings.
it was a very good defense by SooThSayeR, but
Mhm.
just losing too many Banes and Zerglings there, and just the Terran just has just enough to keep the push going.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very close there.
The friendly fire, the chat has just caught up to that.
Yeah, yeah. Can't hurt, it's friendly. Yes, friendly fire is friendly.
It's friendly, it just wants hugs.
It just wants a hug. It's like Ultralisks. They just want to hug.
Yeah.
Danke, Captain Fish.
Yeah, Steamwood can actually speak pretty decent German.
No, I can't.
Yeah, okay. I didn't say you are fluent, but you can speak pretty decent German.
I did learn some German. In fact, I am in fact German, for those who don't know.
Technically correct, yes.
I'm technically German. I'm technically correct. But I haven't practiced my German well enough to actually be able to speak it.
My whole experience with German is 6 years of school, except it's like 3 years twice, because each time I started from the beginning.
So you should know the beginning very well.
Yeah, but
You'd
just
think.
the beginning.
Yeah. Actually, my brother has been going really hard on getting fluent in German.
That's
He's
nice.
getting way better at it. I need to keep up.
Are you like both on Duolingo, like matching scores?
I don't. Duolingo doesn't really do it for me. Like all this, like learning on the phone. It's. I tried. There was another app before Duolingo. I don't remember its name.
Yeah,
But
I used some
actually, I think my
flashcards before.
I think my German teacher actually recommended that I use that that app, which was, by the way, was 20 years ago. Just in case you need a timeline. All right, welcome everyone to Ultra Love. Ultra Love, where the love is for ultras who just want to hug you. So let them. They don't want to hurt you. They're ultras. They want to love.
They love Ultra though.
Try to make Ultralisk sexy. It doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Southwest corner. I have too many images in my head now. In the southwest corner of the map. Can you imagine an Ultralisk doing like a sexy selfie with doing duck
God.
face?
Where do they even have face?
With the mandibles. They do have a face down there. It's very small.
They do.
In the southwest corner of the map. Currently up 1 in this best of 3 series. Our blue Terran. It is Vert, otherwise known as DizzyDwarf. From Poland.
And across the map, in the top right corner of Ultra Love, we have the Red Zerg player representing GDA team and France, I believe, if I'm not wrong. I think it's France. It is SooThSayeR.
C'est ça français, yeah. Oui.
It's like very soothing. It's the SooThSayeR.
Fun fact, I also studied French a little bit in high school.
There you go.
So I did. Let's count the languages that I've learned. Well, I'm fluent in Hebrew and English. I've learned Arabic. I've learned German, French, Yiddish, Finnish, and Korean. That's like the 8 that I learned. I also did a little bit of Spanish, but I did that on my own. Like I didn't have any formal teaching, so I'm kind of garbage at it.
No, for formal, I only did English and German. It was the only formal education I had. I tried Hungarian for a little while when I had a few friends from Hungary, and I had actually someone to speak Hungarian too. It's a different language. Let's put it at that.
Yes, it's actually pretty. I've been told it's somewhat close to Finnish in some ways.
Yeah, because I mean they're related. I don't think they share a lot of words, but like the languages themselves are related. But yeah, so that was what I actually like learned. I tried Korean for a while, it didn't exactly work. But I keep coming back to Korean now and then. And
Hangul is pretty easy to learn. Like the
writing, yes,
the letters,
mostly.
the letters. But yeah, but the actual grammar is a little more difficult, and vocabulary is very difficult.
See, it's not even as much that, it's more that like I need a good source to learn, and like I've been looking for a good source that I can get and time and stuff, because the book that I got is not ideal, and it also uses like the old transcription for whatever reason, and it's like there's a lot of issues there.
Yeah, I found like a teacher, like a Korean teacher, who like gave like private tutoring. So I had that for a while. Oh, why is everything freezing? Hello?
Hello? Did I just break your screen share?
No, I think you're streaming. Or maybe this was just on Discord. Everything just went. But I didn't crash. My
No,
it's
it's
not
still
me.
going.
I didn't
It's still
crash.
going. I can see it. It's still going.
I'm here. We good.
But yeah, we have a fusion core on the way from DizzyDwarf.
Yes.
And there's an overload coming, and it will just barely scout it, I think. Yeah, it just barely sees it.
It hath been scouted, but we have stupid units on the way.
We have one starport, right? Yeah, one starport.
Yay!
We're not going crazy.
Battle cruiser! Yay! Well, this is the one matchup where I don't consider battle cruisers to be stupid. They're actually pretty good. If you control them right and you don't lose them, and your enemy doesn't know what to do about them, they're actually pretty decent. They can actually win you a game.
Yeah, and also, I don't think DizzyDwarf is like committing to battle cruisers. I think it will be like one battle cruiser, maybe two, that will be just like mostly for harassing. And there's like no spores, no nothing in the bases.
Yeah. I mean, usually you want the multi-prong, right, with the battle cruiser. You want the battle cruiser to keep the Zerg busy,
yeah,
while the Hellions come in and actually do the death kill, burn stuff, right? So I'm getting distracted by this map. It's really weird. There's like a black hole in the back there.
Yeah.
It's just like strange winds in the middle, like energy winds. It's what?
It's ultra low.
It's ultra low.
It's very ultra. It's just like particles here.
Yeah, there you go. It's like a particle river.
Yeah. It's the love that's like particleized and it's like flowing through all life. I'm sure ultra love is a reference to something, which I just don't know to what.
It's probably an anime or something, or some K-pop
Oh.
song, right? Oh no, is there a Nightwish song called Ultra Love that I don't know about?
This is not a Mara's map. I'm pretty sure it's not a Mara's map. Maybe it is. No, I don't think it's Mara's map.
It is kind of the Mara's style, right?
I don't think so. See,
She does have that like
well,
decorative.
I'm actually gonna look that up, but I don't think this is a Mara's map.
But if it was a Mara's map, we'd have more details, right?
No,
like more
the
details
creator of the map is Tactical Fluke.
Okay, I like the term tactical fluke. I think we should apply it more in casting.
It's a good one.
Well, this was a tactical fluke. Alright, so Battlecruiser comes in, distracts the Zerg. The Hellions are not going in though, so this is not likely to do much damage on its own.
Yeah, the Hellions are kind of waiting for their signal. It looks like the BC is focusing on that third base. And now that the Hellions move in, there's a lot of Lingbank here prepared.
Yeah. But SooThSayeR defending pretty well. I think this is more on DizzyDwarf, just kind of fumbling the multi-prong here
Yeah, I feel
a
like
little bit.
because he is amassing the units back at home, and I'm a bit confused why they were not part of the attack together with the BC. I guess he is going for that now, but no, he's still just amassing more army.
Also, Captain Fish is asking if we have 2 Baning Nests. Do we?
We do.
We do. Just for safety, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if one gets sniped, you still have the other one. Just thinking ahead.
Thonking.
Okay.
Thonking with Banelings. Yeah, speed and speed.
Yeah.
You research faster.
Yeah, they will actually be more speedy. I'm sure that's how it works.
Right, we have more roaches, some roaches on the way, and roach speed is about to finish. Their upgrades aren't really as good as the melee upgrades, though.
And looks like DizzyDwarf is trying to hide this in this choke point. Some nice spinning explosions, but they don't connect with all that much. I mean,
Yeah, and this is light mech, so
Yeah.
Baneling's not exactly as effective as, say, against Marines. This battle cruiser is barely operational.
anyway, this is the knife
Ooh,
butter
Did
cruiser.
you just see? Look at the lightning at the back.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
It is really cool. Like Ultra Love is really genuinely interesting.
I like this map. Whoa! Do you see the battle cruiser with the red glow and there's like, ooh, it's like a Star Trek type thing, you know, from one of the movies or something.
You see,
Very
this is why.
cinematic.
Look, I may not have the best expertise in the bases and the strategies, but I really enjoyed the design of the maps visually. A lot of them are really interesting.
Myself as well. All right. SooThSayeR is pushing out, but this is a light mech conversation. These roaches are not exactly going to be as effective here against so many cyclones. With the laser eyes and the what's the latest upgrade that they got with the thing? I don't remember. Light explained to me that something happened with the cyclones.
Yeah, but they reverted it back, so it's back to the old cyclones. The old,
Okay.
new, old cyclone.
All right, you said that they had no cooldown on the or a very slow cooldown on the lock-on,
Yeah.
and they had something else. They had
Look, I lost track. They kept changing the cyclone. It's one of the cyclones now.
yeah, there's some up.
There were 3 different versions in the span of 2 months. I'm yeah, okay, it's a cyclone.
Cyclones, they be clowning again.
Yeah, they are, and you can see that there's a lot of them here.
Yeah, almost getting caught on the creep there. It's not exactly ideal.
Yeah,
kiting.
and again, this army is much more roach heavy now. We have basically a roach hydra with some infestors now to help.
The fungals. These rough crooked fungals. Oh, nice. The Zerg pounces forward. These cyclones, they cannot kite when they are so slow, and all of the Terran army disappears.
As you said, the big advantage of this army was its mobility. So if you use fungus that disables the biggest advantage there. And with that, SooThSayeR was able to dismantle the Terran army. Of course, there are reinforcements already prepared back at home. This time with tanks as well.
Yes, not battle cruiser. It was. Did DizzyDwarf drop a mule there to repair it or something?
I think it just went to the 4th base, got repaired, and flew back. I think that's how much time passed.
It has 18 kills. That is a very useful battle cruiser. And I can actually push forward here, get an angle on that spine, and push it away.
The Hydras will try to deal with that threat, but again, this BC will just keep diving into the dead zone behind the bases, as DizzyDwarf is preparing. Ooh, hold on.
dead is this zone, though? Look, it's flying
so
towards
close.
the nothingness.
So close.
It's going to. Oh, it's just about the Hydralisk. Oh, that was so close. It had 8 health points.
Yep.
8 health points left.
I think this one shot, no?
For a Hydralisk with upgrades, I think so. Yes.
But yeah, just in time, teleports away. It was right at the edge as well. Only one Hydra was able to shoot at a time. So yeah, this was very dramatic. some nice fangos, but it loses all the investors in the process.
Yeah, that's very well. There's still one, but he doesn't have any energy, and these tanks are sieged up. SooThSayeR can't really push through in here, but does take the 5th base of DizzyDwarf out of the equation here. There's a few SCVs for the trouble as well. Meet the old new cyclone. Same as the old new cyclone.
Yes, yes, that's about how much I understand. Exactly.
Thank you, Captain Fish and Yakuzaku, for those Terran observations. We have mosquitoes.
Yeah. They actually are mosquitoes, unironically.
Why are they
look
called
like
vipers?
mosquitoes. They
They're not
suck like
vipers.
mosquitoes.
They don't even look like vipers. Hydralisks should be called vipers.
Yeah, sure. Maybe cobras.
Yeah.
Because they spit. So do you want to know what's viper in Polish?
What is it?
Żmi.
Żmi?
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, they went with like the fantasy version of this because like the name of the snake is a different word, slightly. I mean, the name of the snake is feminine for some reason.
Oh, you mean in the game?
Yeah, in the game they went for like when they translated the game, they went with the fantasy version. Ooh, nice.
Okay, get yanked. Battle cruiser. Oh, it's Neuraled.
And it goes down.
And it's gone. That battle cruiser. Salutes in the chat. That was a hero one.
Yeah, it was a pretty
Also,
good one.
I like that DizzyDwarf only made one of them. Alright, blinding clouds are covering all of these tanks, and the Zerg army surrounds the Terran. But the tanks, they're off the blinding clouds. No, more blinding clouds coming in, and all of the Terran army will disappear. This may be
so
GG right here.
How many tanks was that? 17 tanks were in that camp. Like this looked like a really strong army, but with all the blinding clouds on top of them, they just went down like paper.
They just went down like tanks with blinding clouds.
Yeah. True.
It's just a couple of aliens just coming in from the back. They're like, nope, I'm not attacking that. Well, there are tanks and Thors to defend here, but there's enough blinding clouds. The Zek should be okay. The third base here is still alive somehow.
Yeah, the thing is that the Vipers are already out of energy and they were not able to replenish it in the meantime, so there are no more blinding clouds really to be used. They will be having some soon, but...
SooThSayeR overextending there. Very unfortunate for the Zerg player, losing pretty much all of the advantage, because now DizzyDwarf has a big mech army and SooThSayeR has to rebuild all these spellcasters and have them charge their energy. Also getting a Spire and a Nidus Worm.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like getting a Spire at the moment you see Thors, but hey.
Yeah.
It can still help. It can still be useful.
I mean, it's better than not having it, but
yeah, I mean, you can use it to distract this army, because while this army is very strong, it's not the most mobile, so it will take a while before it goes across like all the bases.
Also, without a lot of Hellions on the ground, the locusts of Broodlords, for instance, can actually do a lot of damage to these Thors.
Yeah. Of course, like the positioning will be very important, but it will be for both players, because again, like the Terran does not have the most mobile army, so we'll have to set up in advance, and the Zerg will have to be careful. But ooh, as this is happening at the same time.
Yes. Nicely done there by DizzyDwarf. Oh, but the Zerg army is just on a march across the main the main base.
What did I say? All these Thors and tanks are coming from the 4th base, as the Zerg is just in the main.
Do they have a permit for this parade? What's going on? And there's a Nidus Worm to evacuate everybody once the attack is finished here. Oh, Okay, taking down a lot of the production of the Terran. This is...
Uh,
What? What?
I was
The
like,
Nidus won't
hold
die?
on. I think he
What?
creates his own Nidus. Oh no.
I think so too as well. Does it
Like-
have a... They look at the kill thing. If it's not in the kill
No.
list...
Oh
Yeah,
no.
no, it was a
There's a second-
self-inflicted wound. And
SooThSayeR!
again.
SooThSayeR, calm
I
down! SooThSayeR, those
It's
are your
SooThSayeR.
Niduses! Calm down,
SooThSayeR
SooThSayeR!
I think he's just A-moving
Yeah.
his units to the Nidus.
I think he's like stutter stepping and like didn't quite look at what he was clicking. And yeah, the Hydras won't be able to go back. It's such a genius move, but doesn't work because of the micro.
Okay, the Neurals are still here for the thing is...
Yeah, I mean the Neurals
Infestors,
will
that's the name.
help, but yeah, they're only for
But there's
so
nothing
long.
to kill the Thors. This is a very scrappy game. SooThSayeR, that was a serious fumble with the Nidus.
I think this was one of these moments where like, oh, like this is going really well, and like you get kind of like, you know, just distracted.
Excited.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
you kind of stop paying attention as much because like, you know, the adrenaline is going up, and yeah, this mistake might have cost quite a lot for SooThSayeR.
I mean, look at the minimap. The
Mm-hmm.
base for DizzyDwarf just doesn't exist anymore.
It's gone.
It's on the production. Everything is gone. Now, DizzyDwarf is rebuilding 7 factories at the moment. And SooThSayeR gives DizzyDwarf enough time to rebuild, then SooThSayeR is in a lot of trouble because losing a lot on these 2 attacks and it's not getting enough done. The Terran should be dead now after these kinds of attacks by the Zerg.
I
If it's
mean,
not.
I would say Terrans are the masters of like, you know, bunkering up and surviving. But yeah, like that
Yeah,
could
this
have went much
Terran-
better.
Terran should not have survived it. This is what I call what was it? A tactical fluke. Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's a tactical fluke. I like this continued harassment here, just taking care of the supply
Yes.
depots. That might actually buy SooThSayeR a lot of
Yeah,
grace.
because DizzyDwarf is actually not maxed on supply right now, so this does hurt.
Yeah.
At the same time, as the army is trying to defend from the Ling Brangbai, the main army with the Hydras is attacking the 4th and 5th base and going through the new production.
Yeah, I don't know if DizzyDwarf can actually survive this. This is pretty much it. Where is his army? As
There are
our
the tanks.
great crank used to say.
They are the tanks,
Yeah,
but
but
the
the
blinding
blinding
clouds
clouds-
are ready. The
and the-
Thors are coming
The
up as
blinding
well.
clouds and the tank drivers are asking where is his army because they don't see.
Also
as blind
because-
as Yakuzaku.
Also, because of the units are so big, they get kind of stuck on the way here as well. Because of they just get stuck in SimCity, so that's also not ideal for DizzyDwarf there. And with that, GG is called. SooThSayeR will be tying this series 1-1.
A sideways 1-1, if you will.
Yes.
That was a very scrappy game. So there were some very good moves by both players.
yeah.
But that fumble of the Nidus was twice is bad.
Again,
That's
I
something to
understand.
play.
Like as someone who also started Steps Hydras, I totally understand how that could happen. But yeah, very unfortunate. But the idea itself was really clever because
No,
you know,
I love the idea.
yeah, because
I
like
love the idea.
SooThSayeR did not have a huge army, especially against like this bulky mech, but was able to get into base and basically was just doing as much damage as possible before the army gets there. So like having that Nidus for the retreat was a really nice move.
Yeah, and it almost worked, but losing that third one and then just losing the entire army, that was the big fumble. But yeah, taking care of all that Terran production for a mech player, that should have been the death blow. But it took a while. But it ended up being a death blow, nonetheless. It was just delayed a little bit. Oh, we're going on ley lines. I've never actually casted ley lines.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we like didn't cast at all on the previous map pool.
Yes. Good luck, Yaku, for winning the raffle. Did Yaku already win the raffle again?
He did actually win last time, which was hilarious.
Yes, I was here for that. It was indeed funny. Actually, no. What was funny is that he wasn't here.
Yeah, he wasn't here. But I remember like I pressed the button and like I just saw who won before the stream did. I'm like, oh my god, really? Okay, so we are in game number 3. Would you like to introduce us to?
I'm pouring myself some tea.
Okay. So we are on ley lines. Welcome to ley lines, where in the bottom left corner of the map we have our blue Terran player representing Devoid or Devil's Void. As I was informed in the chat, apparently Devil's Void is the old name of the clan, but look, I've seen both being used, so sure. It may be Devoid then. And Poland as well, of course. It is DizzyDwarf.
And all the way from the land of France on the other side of the map are Red Zerg. Currently sideways 1-1 in the series. It is the SooThSayeR. Saying all the sooths.
Also, when you were talking about the ultras and like the sexy ultras, all I had in my mind was something that Giant Grand Games said, because that's like a meme in his channel. Because I don't remember exactly what the origin was, but he was once saying that like people kept asking him like who like the best female character is and like who's like the most sexy and stuff. And one time he just, I don't know, he was like, basically he got fed up with the questions, I don't know, but he responded that his favorite female character of StarCraft is Zagara because she has legs for days.
It's not wrong. Yeah. Also a very thick cake butt.
Yeah. So that has become the meme of the Giant Grand Games channel, that Zagara is the most attractive female character of StarCraft.
Look, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Or the observer, if you will. Eh? Get it? Because it's StarCraft.
What if it's an overseer?
And you also critique the maps for their beauty, so it's like a multi-layered joke. I didn't say it was funny, but it was a joke.
It was a joke.
Hello, Swan.
Yeah, you see the swan now, true.
Yeah, I never see it because it's on my screen, it never shows up.
Yes, we have some nice micro here from our both players. The DizzyDwarf, that's probably moving away, so we'll save this Reaper. Then that is again.
It sounds funny when the queens just jump up with the mine. They get thrown. When they land, their legs just go splat on the ground like a cat when it's
squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
get a triple cast with light. Is there not enough insanity already? Next, you want Yaku here as well.
Yeah, for the 4 people cast. I'm sure that will not be chaotic.
We could do one of those party games where each one says one word in a sentence.
Oh no, that would not go well.
No.
Oh no. Reaper finally gets
that would be awful to listen to.
No, but I would say, because trio casts are a thing in general, like they used to be a thing, especially like in the Korean broadcast, you would have triple casts, but they are very difficult to manage like on stream, because it's, you know, when you have 2 people, you have a conversation between 2 people and more or less people know when they can speak. When you have 3 people, it's chaotic.
People always know when to speak. We never interact with each other.
Not at all. We always speak.
Never at all.
Yeah, we don't speak over each other because that would be
always,
weird.
you know
Like
exactly
nobody
when to
would
speak
know
and
what
when
we're
not to speak, and
saying,
give
right?
the other caster the time to say what they need to say. Very respectful. No, I was like, you can do TriCast, but it has to be a different format. You can't have this like sleek, you know, announcer type thing going on. It has to be more casual. It works in like Home Story Cup. They usually have 3 people on the couch, right?
But I wouldn't
I don't know
say
if
that
was
because
there in
no. But I would say not even that because again, Team Salmon did trio cast back in the day and they did fine. But it's just that like it's a difficult format to pull off on stream because you have to like not just it's not like you have to know the person very well, but you have to know their speaking habits very well for it not to sound very disorganized.
I mean, we did, you know, if you remember, we did sometimes do TriCasts back at the beginning. We also did especially on the replay casts.
Ooh, this fan base is in danger.
If it is, it's actually going to go down. Oh,
yeah, catch transfuse there, but the army just loads up and goes straight into the main base.
Yeah, but the Ducklings will catch it here before it can actually reach anything. But it is doing a lot of harassment. Not necessarily damage, but value in terms of distracting the Zerg player and messing up their game.
Sick, how do you like this environment? Have some lava?
The lava and the green trees and everything doesn't quite sit well with me. It's not a compatible you know, biome, if you will. Unless the trees are like on fire and there's like a volcano that just erupted or something. Oh, we got legs. Legs for days, like Zagara.
Yes.
And that or make the game German. Should TriCast in German.
TriCast in German, yes. Yeah, oh yeah, we never finished that discussion. I was gonna say that the language I am learning right now, I mean, off and on, but the language I actually been learning
the language you're procrastinating learning right now.
Yes, the language I'm procrastinating learning right now is Spanish. And I would say for this specifically, Duolingo is doing really well. But that may be because I actually am able to understand it quite well based on both English and Polish. Some things are similar, which is interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, like for example, for Asian languages, it doesn't work well. But yeah, for Spanish, it's nice.
Yeah, that's something I also found that when you're studying, that's why I actually went for Finnish and Korean as languages, because they were very outside of my known vocabulary, while still having some kind of a writing system that is reasonably easy.
I have a nice run by here at the third base of this dwarf with the Zerglings.
Yeah, getting a few SCVs, preventing this base from mining for a little bit, but DizzyDwarf is all around the map with enough marines to push it away, maybe overextending here a little bit against these queens, but gets the base.
Yeah, the base was already low from earlier and it does go down eventually.
But now bailing speed is finished, so going around with all these multi-pronged marine drops might not be as healthy for the Terran as it was up to now. This dwarf doesn't have a medivac at home, and all of these marines are very oversteamed.
This medivac is so low as well. Can get sniped.
Yeah. Okay, oh, he does have a couple of fresh medivacs. That's good. And immediately steams again, so
yep.
This poor marines. The worst healthcare in the Koprodu sector, other than Zerglings.
This is the Terran way, okay?
But at least they have healthcare. Bailings just blow up.
Yeah, but it looks like the Zerglings are enough to keep this attack at bay. I mean, the drops will still rotate between the bases, and at the same time, once again, we have a cancel this time on the third base.
Well, there is another one, so SooThSayeR was double expanding. So there is going to be a third base, but the Terran is already setting up a fourth base, potentially. So that is never where you want to be as a Zerg, behind on bases against the Terran.
Yeah, and that second third base has also been found out, and it is under fire. Of course, those are only a few Marines, so not that much of a threat, but that means that DizzyDwarf is aware of it.
Well, these drops are still doing pretty much. Where are the Banes? Where are the Banes at? Got no. This. Do we have speed, right?
Speed? Yes, we do have speed.
Yeah.
But no base. That is actually a decently common mistake of some Zergs where they.
Wait, did DizzyDwarf snipe
actually,
the
yeah,
Bane
true.
back?
No, we have Phoenix.
No, yeah. Okay. So
But yeah, like
I think SooThSayeR just forgot.
yeah, it's quite common that like the Zerglings, the
There's the
Zergs,
Bane.
yeah, the Zergs wait until the last moment to make Banelings, but sometimes that may just be too late.
There are the Banes. With the finishing time though. Oh, there are Widow Mines all over the place. They might snipe them. Yeah, that may not have been enough. The Widow Mines do disappear though, and this is not enough Marine to keep on the push. So they will be pushing this back.
Yeah, we still have a few Banelings left over, but it looks like DizzyDwarf is on point about sniping this before they can reach the army, so... I mean, it's not, as you say, it's not enough force to like keep pushing right now, but with reinforcements it may be.
Oh, nice snipe on these Banes. The more of them you disappear, the easier you will have later on. Oh, I like this. That multi-prong, sniping this base before it gets to finish. DizzyDwarf very active on the map with these Marines, very BNS, if you will.
Yeah, very, very active, pulling Zerg in both directions, and at this point SooThSayeR does not have enough to split between those two fronts, but looks like it has just enough to push this attack away and actually goes for a counter-attack.
Yeah, that fourth base is very exposed. It's not a planetary fortress. It was floated over here. The Widow Mines and the reinforcements coming in mean that SooThSayeR will have to back away. Way off creep right now. The creep spread has been very much averted this game by DizzyDwarf being so active on the map. Oh, GG's called.
GG's called DizzyDwarf.
Series.
Yeah, DizzyDwarf will be taking this series 2-1 with their unrelenting aggression. Will be able to bring that score up, and will be going to the finals.
Yes, we have our two finalists. Finally, it's going to be Beast versus DizzyDwarf. Another PvT.
That is true. Will be a PvT.
Which I think it seems to be all I casted in the past
No,
two tournaments.
we had the Zerg.
Is that like the new meta?
We had the Zerg
Everything
though.
is PvT. There's one Zerg, yes. But it does seem to be. I'm looking at like results. We had the podcast yesterday showing results from the recent tournaments, and I've seen there's a lot of PvT going on. Especially with the Terrans switching to Protoss. It's become a thing now.
I'm like trying to do like 10 things at once. This is fine.
It's okay. You can just do one. One thing such as the raffle, which we will be doing before the final match. In case you don't know, if you participate in the tournament, as long as you finish at least one series, you will be eligible to participate in the random raffle, the prize for which is $5 US, and anyone is eligible as long as you finished your series, at least one series. Doesn't matter if you won or lost, as long as you finished it, you are eligible. So just if you know, as long as you participate in the tournament, you might actually win something. So it's beneficial. It's very worth it. Just ask Yakuzaku, who was the previous winner.
True, true. Yakuzaku did win the raffle, although it was in SDO, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, without further ado, we have the random raffle today. We have 13 eligible participants, as none of the players got a walkover. Everybody who has checked in and was eligible to play did play their series. So among those 13 players, there is one winner that will be coming $5 each. Of course, this is completely random, so it can be someone who is in the final, it can be someone who lost in the first round, and today, the person who wins the random raffle is... Shen! So,
Yay!
Shen, if you hear this message, make sure to join the Matcherino, as you have won those $5 USD. And I believe Shen is a newcomer to our tournament, or at least I have not seen him before. He also, the name of on challenge is Shen GLHF, so that's also cute.
Is that a royal road of some sorts if you participate in the tournament and win the raffle for the first time? Is that a raffle royal road? A waffle royal road? Technically, yes.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. Yes, no, maybe.
So Captain Fish is explaining why the banelings were delayed. It's because SooThSayeR didn't have 2 baning nests.
Yes. So the banelings were slower.
I mean, it is a thing if you remember in the Red Alert, the Command and Conquer series. If you had 2 bases, like production facilities for a unit, it actually made the unit produce faster. So it was actually beneficial to build multiple buildings of a certain for a certain unit. Doesn't work in StarCraft though. Alright, Dizzy's ready. And we are going into the final match of today's Master Swan Open, turn number 90. Starting up on Amygdala, which I also have never seen before, or casted before. It's got gold bases.
It does have gold. Not just gold bases, there's more gold on Amygdala actually.
There's gold in them amygdalas, I tell you.
Of course, we are now in the finals, so this is a best of 5 series, not a best of 3. And with that, I will actually start predictions. There you go.
Yay, predictions! We remembered, and when I say me, I mean we, I mean you, not me.
Yeah, and in the top right corner of Amygdala, we have the first of our players. It is the blue Terran player, which I, by the way, have to change the nameplate for, because now they are at the top. That's not correct. Hold on 1 second. I can get there. There you go. We have the blue Terran player representing Clan The Void and Poland. It is DizzyDwarf.
And in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Austria, it is our Red Protoss. Give it up for the Beast.
So we have these gold bases over here.
So is it? It's like a wall. It's a gold wall. It's a golden. It's a golden wall. That's from the map. Golden wall, right?
Is it like a Mengs?
Oh, it's a poster. It's a Mengs poster.
Yeah.
It's a
Arcturus Mengs, protector of the people. There you go.
Yeah, there's some Mengs stands in the map creation community.
To be fair, it could be something else when the map was created, was then adapted for ladder. That has happened before. Famously, Blackpink.
Wait, what was different in Blackpink?
because the original version of Blackpink, the one that was not used on ladder, actually had posters with the band Blackpink all over it.
Ah, okay.
But like
I thought maybe
obviously
it
they
was like
couldn't
the-
use that for ladder.
I thought it was maybe that hologram thingy or something.
No, like they had just posters for the band all over the place.
Oh, Captain Fish is making me hungry in chat. It's going to make currywurst. It's
Okay.
I did eat a bagel before the tournament, so I'm not that hungry.
I ate instant noodles. It's like I like
Did you
because
eat them instantly as well?
yeah, I inhaled them because I didn't really have more time before the cast. But I like it, especially when I was talking to some people like, yeah, tournament day means I'm getting like a pizza or something. I'm like, I get noodles. That's all I
I
have.
get nothing. I get yogurt.
No, I can't get yogurt for breakfast. No. Let's not go that crazy. But I get noodles.
Did you slurp them like an anime character?
No, because I actually break them to make them shorter because it would be too messy. I do that now and then, but not when I'm like supposed to eat fast in front of my PC. That would be.
Oh wait, oh right, this map
danger.
has the tentacly thingies, the worm.
It does. It does.
They look like earthworms.
They do, and they scare me when
They
I see them like
wriggle.
in the corner of my eye.
All right, DizzyDwarf coming in with 2 Helios, 3 Reapers. Want to be able to do some damage here. Catch 5 probes, maybe even a Stalker. No,
quite.
good protection, good microbite beast, and it gets pushed away. Base does have a robotics facility about to finish. Blink is on its way.
Some joking there.
DizzyDwarf managed to sneak back in. Almost. Very close though.
Yeah, Beast was on top of that, but like it was very close where DizzyDwarf was waiting for the right moment to sneak right back in, but it looks like Beast was just in vision of that. And yeah, no sneaking will be happening.
No, there's a Cyclone coming out for DizzyDwarf and a tank. And you're going for, ooh, Cyclone Marine Drop. That'll be fun. Let's see if Beast is actually preparing for this. With the Blink Stalkers, this might not actually get much done. Oh, catches the Reapers out on the map. DizzyDwarf was not paying attention, but this is actually working in DizzyDwarf's favor.
Yeah, in a way it is, because all these stalkers are busy with the units all across the map. Meanwhile, the drop is about to go into the main base.
Yeah, it's going to see everything. There's one pylon powering everything here.
I mean, the shield battery will help the probes, so they're fine at least.
Yeah, and so far nothing dead. But the shield battery is depleted, and now the damage will start accumulating. But DizzyDwarf will back away. Don't go away. You have to be a little farther for the stalker not to shoot you.
Actually,
Oh no!
can you? Uh-oh. I don't think this is Dead Space, actually.
What the fuck is this? Yep. You cannot escape. That was a bit of a shame.
Who created this one? Oh no. The Terrans are already upset.
The salt. The sodium. Get those probably.
Your daily dose.
But speaking of the map, I like that at the background you have like this planet.
I see the background somewhere.
You have glimpses of the planet with like cities and
Ah.
everything. It's really cool.
That's cool.
Reminds me of like, Star Citizen.
True,
Kind of,
true.
you know.
Remember that game? It came out long ago, right?
Yeah. So it's such an old game. It came out years ago. They finished it so fast.
Oh yeah.
Every,
It was
every-
very
every-
quick
every once in
development
a while,
process.
every once in a while I log on to there and I was like, okay, this is still hellishly buggy, and I know there are a lot of new features, but I can't get to them because I'm stuck in an elevator.
Ooh, this
Very
SCV
frustrating.
transfer is getting caught by the stalkers.
Yeah, Beast is trying to put some pressure on the Terran here, but Terran... Oh, actually, evacuating the third base, not setting this down. This is doing economical damage.
It's delaying the third base slightly, but it looks like DizzyDwarf is confident enough to set it up now, as this is only a few stalkers and there are already tanks sieged as well.
Yeah, but Storm is on the way. The Protoss bought a lot of time with this maneuver. And a Colossus. I see the Colossus coming out of that tiny robotics facility with its giant head.
I mean,
I like the harassment here.
the cardboard carrier, okay? That's this all.
Yeah, I love that cartoon. I love it so much. I'm smiling now, by the way, just because we just because we mentioned Carbot. And fourth base for Beast, and the Terran does set up a third, but kind of contained. Well, not contained here, but doesn't want to break out just yet. And now probably shouldn't. With Storm finished now and Thermal lands on the way, Protoss will be very scary.
Sorry, I will not be able to shake that image away where Captain Fish compares Terrans to a Karen.
I want to speak to the manager. Excuse me.
This map does not have the qualifications to be in the map pool.
Excuse me. I specifically asked for room behind the main base to hide my medivac.
How do you expect me to play the game?
A safe space for my medivacs. I specifically asked for that. I called ahead and everything.
Mm-hmm. My units need the best they can get, okay? I will not agree to anything less.
I will not agree to anything less.
Oh yes, the Colossus
Alright.
skin.
We have two Colossi, we have a bunch of High Templars, a lot of charge lots, and we have a Disruptor as well coming in. This is a very optional.
Where is
this
it?
is a Protoss army with options. It finished. Yeah, there we. Oh, it's a defense.
It's a defensive disruptor, yeah.
Oh, I like this little run by to distract the Terran army while our Protoss goes into the third base. Doesn't storm the SCVs. Okay, now the SCVs are being stormed as they are in the center there.
Priority SCVs do go down as this entire Terran army has to rotate now, but this Protoss is actually kind of in danger.
Go down? Did the EMP go down? Because they were all out of shields and the Templars were out of energy.
Yeah, the EMP just hit the High Templars as well, and yeah, they're all out of energy and they're a bit slower than the army, so they are actually left behind.
Oh, the Vikings are taking care of the Colossi. Beast is running back home, hoping to mount a defense right here.
One High Templar survived.
How much does DizzyDwarf have enough to actually push here?
Maybe, depends. There are a lot of zealots in this army which are not ideal against the bio.
Took a big disruptor shot into the bio units there. There are no tanks to back this up, but the Vikings are taking care of the Colossi. The disruptor goes down, the Templars are out of energy, and the Protoss army disappears.
The Vikings land to deal with the rest of the stalkers, and with that, GG is called. DizzyDwarf will be taking game number 1.
Very, very nicely done. I was very scared of that Protoss army, but yeah, DizzyDwarf. DizzyDwarf was not.
Yeah, he was not.
Abyssal? We have Abyssal Reef in the map pool?
We actually don't. It's on the ladder. It's on the ladder, but we're not using it.
What?
Stick, where have you been? Did you not hear?
I was not here. I was for 2.5 years. No, I was not. In fact, I was speaking to Light when we were casting STC, and I couldn't remember if I actually casted an Abyssal Reef, and I completely forgot that I had a song for it as well.
You did.
Not only did I remember the Yar Har Fiddle Dee.
That is actually one of the first clips on the channel.
Yeah, it's one of the first dumb, stupid memes I came up with. That's back in the olden days of yore. Beast is complaining. This is a good map for Terran. So we have El Dorado, which kind of looks like an Aztec pictogram, right?
Good map for that. This is like always say that I lose. Okay. Okay. That happens, look. Look. And also DizzyDwarf is leading currently, so.
It kinda looks like a faceless map on the minimap.
Like a what?
It looks like a robot face. Like one of those icons for like the Decepticons or you know, Autobots.
A little bit.
Or no, it looks like a Master Chief helmet. Actually.
Yeah, more of that, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Also, Stick, are you ready for
No.
El Dorado?
Is that a reference to something?
No, but this is a very, very interesting map.
Okay.
As we are currently on the left side of the map where we have the first of our players, it is the blue Terran player representing the Void and Poland. It is DizzyDwarf.
And in the southeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Austria, it is our red Protoss. Give it up for the Beast of the East.
So, the normal ground path goes all the way here. Kinda like on Golden Wall. Remember Golden Wall?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, this is like Golden Wall 2. As you have literal golden walls here, which block the entrance to the bases on the bottom.
I like it. This dwarf is like, I'm doing a proxy, don't look at me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. There is a proxy somewhere.
What was the map that had the Terrans always build a supply depot to block a path? It was like a breach path. I think it was a GSL map, I don't think it was in the
like
lab.
Urena or something?
Urena? It could be.
Look.
Like there was a map where the
Are you
Terrans just
asking me
always
for
had
what
to
I
build that
remember? Because that's a mistake.
I don't remember. I don't remember. This is why we need the TriCast. Light could be like the oracle that we ask.
Yeah. He would be the info fairy. He would just be in the background, just like giving us information we don't remember.
No. You're the information fairy. You have the grand knowledge. I'm the information goblin. I have the weird nuggets of information. And Light is the information llama. He spits truth in your face. Like we'll ask him a question.
Spits
and he's just
facts.
like out of nowhere, just little facts. Like a hydralisk spitting. A llama-lisk, if you will.
I am definitely not imagining a llama that's like slithering around like a hydra.
A llama-lisk. They're much cuter and fuzzier than hydralisks.
Yeah, we also have this Protoss head over here.
Oh, what? That's a big ass head.
Yeah, and it's looking at you.
Hello, I am the big head of the Protoss.
He's the headmaster.
I'm the headmaster. I'm called like that because I have a giant head.
Oh, this sentry actually maybe not enough for defense. Tries to force field away, but yeah, there's 2 Reapers may be a bit of a challenge.
Well, they get 1 probe so far. Maybe even get another one. Maybe even a 3rd one. Oh, a 4th one. Can I get a 4th one? 4 sold for 4 probes to the 2. Yes, the 2 blue Reapers. I was about to say 2, and then one of them almost died. So I was like, no.
Meanwhile, we have a Zealot going all the way across the map to do some harassment, but it turns out that there are some Marines prepared, and the Zealot decides to become a worker instead and mine.
He's taking a leak. Just leave him alone.
Ah, okay,
Stop
my bad,
blocking.
my
It can't go while you're looking.
I mean, look, Protoss don't drink, so do they need to?
Do they pee? I don't know. They pee energy.
Well, maybe.
They eat their plants basically, right? So they eat sunshine, and you know, but trees can pee.
Do Protoss bloom? The real question.
Maybe. I mean, we still don't know after all these games how they even reproduce, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Like how? Explain. Explain, Protoss, explain.
I mean, we tried to ask Blizzard and they didn't have an answer, so.
How can we make sexy Protoss anime?
Oh, don't worry,
No,
people have already
fanfiction.
taken care of that.
How can we make sexy anime Protoss fanfiction when we don't know
Look.
how they work?
Look, looking for fan art of any medium whatsoever, you cannot escape from eventually finding those as well.
It's Rule 34, you know.
Yeah.
If it exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah. I have seen plenty of like comic strips with the lines the likes of, "Is that a pylon in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?" Yeah, that did see that. Cannot unsee it anymore.
Okay, I've had way too many jokes and they're not appropriate, so
Yeah.
I'm going to skip this, if you don't mind. All right, DizzyDwarf is trying to open up the path here to get that 3rd base, but Beast is setting up an ambush with these stalkers.
Yeah, he actually blinked. He blinked through the wall to get to here. I feel like maybe he could have waited until the SCVs came down here, so he could have just sniped the SCVs. But yeah, with that, the reinforcement won't be able to join him. But
Yeah,
the
but
tank will.
no, I actually think it was a smart move, because as you saw, the tank was pulling out just as the mineral line was about to open. So
true.
DizzyDwarf was being prepared to defend this move out, but Beast pushed in just at the right time to take DizzyDwarf out of balance and delay this.
And he's coming back.
Yeah. This time there are a couple of tanks here to defend and Marines, so this, yeah. See, if Beast would have waited until then,
True. Yeah.
would not have worked.
It wasn't a big delay in the end, but it was still a delay, still a bit of an inconvenience for the Terran.
Listen, the best way to defeat the Terran is to annoy them. And since most things annoy them, anything you do will basically work.
Also, speaking of gold, what do you think about this?
It looks really fake. I mean, look at the size of those coins.
Yeah, look, those are big coins.
It's the size of a, like, extra large pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Well, even more than that. Like, okay, now I'm hungry for pizza.
We're back to food.
Thanks, El Dorado.
They
Right,
bloom when I throw an
so-
EMP on... I don't think that's how it works, no. No. I feel like Captain Fish has slightly different EMP there.
Maybe a flashbang. If you throw a flashbang on a Protoss, maybe they'll be like, thanks. I needed that little boost of energy.
I mean, okay, question.
It's like lunchtime. It's like an energy drink for Protoss.
True. But do Protoss photosynthesize from UV or like another wavelength?
I don't know. It doesn't even make sense that they photosynthesize because they don't have chlorophyll. Anyway, these charge lots are coming in. They take care of one of the tanks, but there are still enough tanks left. Oh, there's a recall, but only saves one Colossus. This was not a good attack for Beast. DizzyDwarf holds it pretty well. I think there was also a multi-prong in the third base. But,
I mean, he tried to poke him,
either.
but it didn't really work out.
Well, Storm is on the way, so maybe the next attack will be a little bit easier. Is the path open here even? Yeah, this dwarf is like, oh, I forgot, this is locked.
Yeah, because oh, this is also
no, this is also kind of locked. Oh, okay, we got medivacs. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, but the reason why he could see Beast all on the bottom side of the map is because he was blinking around. He never actually opened the path.
Yeah. Alright, so this dwarf will try to come in at the front, or maybe circle around to the fourth or third base of Beast. Got the ghosts at the front, ready to EMP.
And they make it a good one here, as the entire army is crammed up in one place.
They can get rid of the storms. No storm for you. Come back one game. Yes, nice snipe on these High Templars. There's a fresh one here though. Gets a couple of good storms. Is there enough Terran to keep on pushing though? The tanks are not sieged, so they're not really helping at the front line.
They're not, but all of the Colossus have gone down. The Disruptor is out of shots, and it's just Stokes versus the Terran army.
Yeah, and with the Liberation Zone, that's a nice little bit of extra firepower. Yeah, Beasts complaining about the existence of Terran. And DizzyDwarf is on match point to win this tournament. Very nicely done. I like the early harassment from Beast. He did pretty well. But yeah, once the Terran pushes out, it's a tough thing to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and again, Beast was losing the Colossus. Like, he lost a lot of the army in the first attack, and then, you know, it kind of snowballed from there. Where DizzyDwarf didn't actually lose all that much. So he had the army. He was building up that force, and it was able to overpower the Protoss.
But now let's see if DizzyDwarf can finish the Beast and defeat it once and for all. Or till the next time.
Well, Stick, they are on Ultra Love. So does that mean DizzyDwarf the Beauty?
Yes. You get the Beauty and the Beast. And the Beauty is of course Mech Terran, as everyone knows.
Of course.
Those beautiful bulky robots.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I'm just thinking about Thor porn. Just two Thors humping each other.
Nope.
With a metallic sound that's metallic
Nope.
says jing jing jing.
Nope. Stick, stop right there.
Anyway, we are on Ultralove. Ultralove, the loveliest map of all the maps where Ultralisks go to love. In the northeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland, currently on match point to win this entire tournament. In this best of 5 match, give it up for our blue Terran. Sorry, brain farted a little bit there. It is DizzyDwarf. Made me dizzy.
And across the map we have his opponent. It is the red Protoss player from Austria. It is Beast.
It looks like DizzyDwarf did get to speak to the manager and get good maps.
I guess so. Oh.
I was trying to keep the Karen joke going.
I don't.
It's fine.
I mean, Beast was the one picking the map, so. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why it confused me as well, and I sort of tapered out. But what I do, it's kind of weird, but it freaks out my color scheme. This map, right?
Oh.
Because it's like blue. The background is blue and red, but the players are also blue and red.
Yeah. I think on this map they should enforce that the blue player spawns on the blue side and red on the red side.
Or maybe enforce that the colors change on the map based on the color of the player. Whoa, that's a great idea for a map. Right?
I mean,
Have like the background, all the doodads and stuff, and the lighting
sure.
be the color of the player.
No, that would be cool. If you could do that, that would be cool. I don't know if that's possible, but that would be cool. Yeah.
Shouldn't be possible. Hey, what's this one? How are you doing? I was trying to do a swan voice. I forgot how they sound.
I mean, they're mute.
They are? No, they have sound. They have sound.
But they're called mute one. The ones with the thing.
You're referring to a channel that no one else knows about.
No, I'm talking about an actual animal. It's called a mute swan.
Oh yeah, okay, I didn't know about it.
It is called that because it was not making noise.
Oh, so the mute swans. I was wondering why it was called mute swans.
Yeah, because it's an actual animal.
I didn't know what the reference was. I'm sorry. I can't know everything. Oh, there's a little robot there.
There is a cleaner bot.
Yeah.
It's the bot that we
That's
need
a-
on Incorporeal because it's dirty.
That's why everything here is so tidy and all the
Yeah.
junk is in like the center and in like big piles.
Yeah, they've been cleaning up the place.
Yeah. Everything is shiny and pristine.
Oh no. The reaction
What?
in the chat. Finally, a cast that makes use of our mature rating.
I mean, yeah, we rarely use that. But we do have that as a safety net, though.
Yes, we do, because some jokes got very interesting on the beginning of our casts.
Not just at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, look, I feel like we kinda like, there's been less of that over the years.
Yeah,
but-
as we became a more professional
Yeah.
team, we have with players, professional players, and we were playing in professional tournaments. Then we came
Unless-
up with the Shaft of Voltron.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless Asha and Light got together and then,
Yeah, so much for a dignified existence.
But it's only when they're together. Like, on their own, that doesn't happen. But when they're together, like, the powers combined, just something happens. And
Well, it's
Mhm.
some minds just go to certain places and don't know when to pull out.
Oh no.
That's a light joke.
That is a light joke, yeah.
I love it.
Yes, we have some
You
stalkers.
have to subscribe to Light's stream to understand this joke.
So yeah, it looks like DizzyDwarf is still looking for a place to drop his units. Meanwhile, we had some stalkers in the base of DizzyDwarf. We also have some adepts in the natural too.
Yeah, and they're taking out some SCVs, doing quite a bit of damage, 8 in total. That's really, really good at this point in the game. You have the robotics bay on the way. I didn't intend this to rhyme, but I can do it on a dime. Um,
I mean,
No.
it has been a long time.
No, I forgot. What's Time's name now? I forgot.
Oliveira.
Oliveira. Thank you. Okay. I ruined it. I ruined the joke. 'Cause
We could have just kept going for the rest of the cast.
yeah, but I wanted to do it
I'm-
by referring to. I was trying to layer in the
Like-
jokes, but I forgot his name. Shame. It's an order. I should have said an ordinary man.
Good, yeah.
Never mind.
Normal man.
Then just a regular man.
What's this?
Alright, Beast not
Protoss
quite
army?
poking in here.
Yeah, but
Um,
he has to be careful because he may get outmaneuvered, but it looks like he's able to catch a tank and a Viking instead.
Yeah, ooh, sniping that tech lab is a really nice catch. Gonna delay a lot of the extra tank production for the next stage of the game, but it does keep DizzyDwarf on those two bases for quite some time, only now floating the third base into position.
Yeah, I mean, both armies were trying to outposition each other, but it looks like Beast was able to snipe some structures there at least. But now he doesn't really have the staying power here, as this is a pretty strong Terran army and going towards the Protoss.
Yeah, and it's pushing forward. The Stalkers are not in position. There is a proxy being set up in the east side of the map, though. Oh, hello?
It's a warping proxy. It's a
Yeah.
reinforcement point.
So Beast will have the ability to backstab. Oh, catches this base unprotected with the Terran army out of position. This might
Yeah.
actually go down with the blink.
And DizzyDwarf
Okay.
actually hesitates. DizzyDwarf was trying to
Hesitates,
come
but this-
back.
Yeah, but decides to push forward. But now, no, hesitates. Good. Oh no, the hesitation. It's the killer.
Yeah, and the base has already gone down. The Stalkers are not even here anymore. And yeah, with that, Beast was able to regroup his forces, get
Oh,
ready,
supply
and,
blocked as
and
well.
snipe.
Yo, his supply blocked as well. All the Terran production is being delayed. He's behind on workers, he's behind on bases, he's behind on everything. The army supply is okay. It's I mean it's good for now, but if Beast can continue outproducing, this this advantage will go away. Now there's a Ghost Academy on the way. It's about to finish. So Ghost will join the Terran army. They're not going to be ready for this push though.
Yeah, I mean, there is
We
a
don't
nice
have any
setup.
storms, right?
I don't think we do. No, we don't have a storm.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so not a
Just
lot of
medivac.
payload on the Protoss army.
Snipe.
Nice snipe from that medivac. There's one disruptor and two colossi. Terran army kites back. Ooh, takes on his own zealots. Yeah, so far the disruptors only kill zealots in this fight. But I don't know
Ares
if
is
Terran
back.
has enough, even with that situation going on. The Colossi is still standing. The Vikings are not enough to kill them. So one of the disruptors goes down, but the warping position, the proxy warping, brings in the reinforcements from the side, and Beast will put a point on the map, on the game, on the match, on the board. Yes, it took me a while, but I got there.
You got there. It's fine.
Needed a map.
He put a pin on the map.
Yes, put a pin on the board. That also works. A pin.
And even he says at least one on the board. There you go.
And
We have now a next.
we have ley lines as the next map. Hold on, I'm just drinking my tea here. Gotta keep that voice smooth.
I have actually not been keeping up with the maps that we've been selecting, which is a bit of a problem. What we got? El Dorado. We got Ulchalov.
Abyssal Reef.
Yes, Abyssal Reef. Thank you.
I was trying to help, but then I remembered I'm not in the game, so I can't scroll up. I was trying to. I clicked on the
Uh-huh.
on the thing. It's not working.
Yeah, fun fact, Steal Mode is actually watching my share screen. To avoid any crashes.
So far, no crashes, and it's been stable. I think this is a worthwhile solution. At least
It's
until
not too bad.
I get this computer up and running. See, it's not just that setting up the computer. I have to set up all my screens differently. It's, all my monitors have to be. It's gonna be a nightmare. And speaking of nightmares, we are on ley lines. I don't know. It's the only segue I had.
Nightmare is
we're in
not
the
playing
Southwest.
today.
What?
Nightmare is not
Oh.
playing today.
That's a dream come true. In the southwest corner of the map,
Neither of those are playing either.
all the way from the land of Poland, it is our Blue Terran, currently up 2-1 in this best of 5 series. Give it up for DizzyDwarf, otherwise known as Vert. What or Vert? Wait.
I mean, we don't have confirmation, but because he's Polish, I read it Polish, so it would be Vert. But
Vert.
it could be Wert. I'm not sure.
Word.
Meanwhile, across the map we have our red Protoss player from Austria. It is Beast.
Captain Fish is saying he's winning 2 SDOs in 8 months of playing. That was like, what, 4 tournaments?
No. I mean, we had a break. We did have a break, so. But yeah, we have one SUM, man.
It's okay, Captain Fish, you're still the favorite. What was I thinking? I had something to say and I forgot about it. You know what? I just sit back and drink my tea.
You know what? I don't know if this will make you feel better or worse, but I've been reaching this point where like I go to the other room because I want to say something and I just stand there and like I don't know. It's gone. It's gone.
I have that with the refrigerator.
Oh no,
like,
yeah. I
door and
regularly open the refrigerator just stare at it. That happens.
I'm
a
not
lot.
even like it's not mealtime. I'm not hungry. Why the fuck am I opening up
I do that
the
too.
refrigerator?
I do that too. I just look at it. It's like, yep. Still a
There's a part of
refrigerator.
my brain. There's like a part of my brain that's a cat and just always wants to eat. But unlike a cat, I'm a human and I can open the refrigerator.
And you just end up
my
staring at the
explanation.
refrigerator for a few minutes, just close it and just leave.
Man, just like a cat, and just like a cat, it wants to open the door, but once you open the door, it just stands there.
Yeah, yeah. Because you know, cats don't actually want to go through the door; they just want the door to be open.
I just want the option.
Yeah, they want the option. That is true.
All right, Stalker comes in here, not by targeting the SCVs. Does take care of that mule, you know. A mule is always a bad thing to lose at this point in the game. It's a full energy mule almost as well.
Yeah. So even though like they were not like very, you know, direct damage done, like that mule is still very valuable.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently
Yep.
Wert is war in German.
Yes. It's a value.
Yeah.
We should just call him DizzyDwarf.
Oh, no.
This is where we mix the two names and it's easier, right?
Captain Fish is saying no though, so maybe we are all
No.
incorrect.
Well, he didn't say 9, so I don't know if he's qualified.
Okay, I know what it means.
What did you stop saying?
No, nothing. I didn't do anything.
What did you not say?
I didn't say it, so
Okay.
I am well aware of what he means.
You say it! What did you say? I'm not saying anything.
I'm not.
I'm Kroop, you will never break me. Alright. Speaking of things that are not broken, Blink is finished.
Charge is
And
on the
Beast
way.
is moving out on the map with some stalkers to get some harassment done. We have an observer, so we can blink on top of the main base there.
I
Get
mean,
blunked
we
on.
could, but I feel like DizzyDwarf is prepared for that this time.
Yeah. Also prepared in the natural, so it's gonna be hard, I think, to get some value out of this. Sending the observer first to see what's what. Ooh! We have a recovery of the bunker. I think Beast might be trying to snipe Steam here, but
Yeah, but
no.
unfortunately loses the observer, so can no longer blink into the base because does not have the vision.
Yeah. I mean, not that he could, not that he should have, because there was a lot of
Yeah.
Marines hiding behind that tech lab, waiting for an ambush.
Yeah, DizzyDwarf was fully prepared for this. He has tank siege here, he has tank siege in the natural, he has marines on both sides, and yeah, there's no damage happening here.
But Beast responding pretty well for this Terran bunkering by getting a third base, getting Storm, getting his upgrades up, and yeah, building up towards the next fight. While DizzyDwarf is still on 2 bases. There's no third command center, right?
I think he just started one. Yeah, started one in the main base.
Oh, well, okay, it's the orbital is finished. Okay, so it's not going to be a 2 base all in here.
I mean, the natural is still pretty wide open, but the tank is like all the way close to the ramp. But it's not the most convenient area of attack.
Yeah, this is a base that's going to be difficult to attack into with this amount of stalkers. Like the time just sneaking around here.
Yeah, he was just very carefully going on the very edge of the cliff. And yeah, was able to take some shots on the stalkers.
I want to see the tank driver as it's driving on that cliff on the edge of it, and it's like, don't fall.
Just don't tilt the tank, you know, all the balance on one side.
Everyone is just leaning to the other side. All right, Medivac goes out to harass. Beast should have something at home to defend against this.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in the natural though. Like, there's shield batteries, so there will be some time to reinforce, but there are no actual units left in the bases. Everything is at the third or, you know, across the map.
Oh, okay. Captain Fish is saying that he was. Oh, okay. Captain Fish does not want to be called the favorite.
And that was a meme
Got
that
it.
started because I once called Captain Fish the favorite in MSO, even though like it was more of an SDO thing than MSO. Look, my memory is very good. It just stuck.
Look, it still worked. That's what memes do. You don't have to remember them. They come back on their own. Alright, the drop comes in for this drop. 2 Marines just stay in the medevac, just lazy. You're gonna get some probes here, and yeah, they have to come back. The attack on the Terran base is up and running. There's plenty of storm in this army, and there's not much to defend against them. You just have to kind of split and hope for the best. Oh, actually, the ghosts do take care of the High Templars with the EMPs.
Yeah, there are no Colossus in this army. I guess they must have been sniped already if there were any to begin with, and this army is not enough to stand against the Terran.
Yeah, but the Terran does lose a lot of SCVs here. Gonna be on the back foot economically. And the Protoss looks like is going to expand into a 4th base while this is going on. And getting some harassment in the natural and dropping into the main as well. This is pretty bad.
Yeah, no mining whatsoever happening in the third base. No mine. The mining only just began in this base, and the main was under attack as well. There are a lot of SCVs though.
Yeah, but still, this is going to be very, very behind. Actually, Beast did not go for fourth base. But there is that proxy again.
Yeah.
that proxy gateway.
Yeah, just a reinforcing point across the map, and now it's time for the Terran to counterattack. And what do we have in this army? We have some Bio, we have Vikings, we have a tank. There's a single tank.
And a Marauder.
No, there are
Actually, no, two more.
There
No,
are
two more. Oh, this Marauder skin, I hate it. It's very difficult to differentiate the Marines and the Marauders when they're bunched up. This is like the Stalker and the
And the Immortal.
Immortal
Uh,
skin. Ugh. Don't like it. Yeah, let's play. How many Immortals are in this army? You haven't seen that skin in a long time. Actually.
yeah, people actually haven't been using it all that much.
Oh, Blink forward, very brave. MP gets some of this army, but not the High Templars. There's still some storm here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the Stalkers did bait the EMP, so the High Templars were able to get a storm off. At the same time, we have Zealots on the other side. 25 SCVs died.
Yeah, the Protoss is really dismantling the Terran on all sides here. And even if this attack doesn't really push in, the economical damage is so massive constantly. The Terran is just going to be super far behind, and the fourth base for the Protoss is going up. And we have a Dark Shrine on the... Wait, didn't we already have a Dark Shrine?
I think this was last game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I also remember
We've
that.
A lot of games. We both I think saw it and then didn't have a chance to comment.
Yeah, never mentioned it. Yes.
That's why our brains is like, oh, it's a Dark Shrine.
It's like on the backlog. We're gonna mention it eventually.
It's in the buffer.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Beast got a Dark Shrine right now, because then that previous Dark Shrine would have been on the buffer for weeks.
As we almost had the armies
out on the map.
Yeah.
The warp in at the back. Oh, it's gonna backstab again.
Yeah,
DizzyDwarf really needs to clean up his side of the map. Oh, but the armies are not in position to defend for the Protoss.
It looks like he may get sandwiched actually.
Yeah, there's no recall for the Terran. Well, there is. It's called Medivacs, but I don't know if it's going to work against all these storms. Disruptors, oh, they don't quite get in there. Oh, nice snipe on the Disruptors. They almost killed that entire army. But now the DTs are in. There's no detection here, no scans. There's also nothing on the ground for them to kill, I just noticed. The Vikings just blocked the fact that all the army on the ground,
the ground army was completely annihilated. I mean, the Vikings stayed and they were able to snipe all the Colossus, which is nice, but the ground army is no more, and DizzyDwarf has to remake it.
And remember, DizzyDwarf is making it on like half the economy. Look at the amount of workers between these two players.
Yeah. DizzyDwarf did suffer quite great losses. He does have a lot of mules on this third base, but I mean, those are mules. They're gonna run out eventually. He did expand over here as well, but he does not quite have the workers supply to support it.
Yeah, it's a very dire situation for the Terran here. Our Protoss is giving him a lot of time, though. I wonder if it's going to be some DTRs. Yeah, there we go. So there's some DTs being warped in on the proxy location.
But this base is not. This base is not staying. There's no defense here.
There's no defense. A lot of these SCVs are already low on health. Yeah, this is going to be very dangerous to move in here, to stay in here. Base is moving with the army, trying to go into that fourth base location of the Terran. Was that a scan for the EDTs, or?
Maybe an observer.
Yeah, the Terran army moves out. The Protoss is coming in multi-pronged from both sides for the double backstab. Ooh, the Terran army is coming back, but it is too far away.
Yeah, SCVs are
Base
falling
will
on
go
one
down.
side, the base is falling on the other, and the Zealots are not stopping there. They are now aiming for the main base. There is a Liberator here to help, but I don't think Zealots care about it that much.
Yeah. I was saying it's not killing the DT, but the DT is just standing there. It's not even hitting anything, so it doesn't matter. Like the one Liberator trying to fight off the entire Protoss army. Yeah, 24 SCVs dead.
Nice EMP though.
Yeah, very good EMP actually. Is it going to be enough? There's not a lot of Terran on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, the Protoss army is also suffering losses, but with the Zealot reinforcements, this looks like overpowering force here. The Zealots from the main base are coming up as well, and with that, Beast will be able to tie up this series 2-2.
Yes, we have a sideways 2-2 for the final. That is what we call a ace match. Nice final there. I don't know what that was in case you heard it.
I don't know. No.
No, some car drove down the street with like I don't know if it was a radio or like a megaphone or something.
Oh my.
And they were shouting nonsense.
Oh my. That's fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, look, we just have like this. We call it the party cars, where you just have a car and like they just full blast music to the point where like the ground around them is shaking.
Yeah, I've heard about that. We don't have that here.
We do have that. Especially like they like pull the bass all the way up, so like literally like there are some cars when as they pass by you can hear the glass in your windows shaking. I am not joking.
Yeah, I had a neighbor like that once in university. It's not fun. They once played music so loud that I was banging on their door for like 5 minutes, and I mean, like I almost took the door down.
Oh my god! I can believe it.
It took 5 minutes for them to even realize there was someone at the door.
No, I can believe it.
Like, it was. I was going down the street, and it was loud when I was like a minute's walk away from the house. It was already loud. Some people, young guns, all these young people, and the loud musics.
I mean, I don't know about you, but at some like level, at some threshold, like all I hear is noise. I don't even hear the music anymore. So I just don't understand.
No, it's worse when it's like your neighbor and you hear it through a wall, because then you can't even make out what the song is. You just get like the bass, like a vroom, vroom, vroom,
oh no, yeah.
Oh,
but I'm not even talking about that. Like I'm talking about like if I had that equipment, I don't think I would do that, because that also doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, look, I was born 40 years old, so I don't know. I'm not one of the young ones. And speaking of the young ones, we are on Frostline. LE! Kuro, do you know what LE stands for?
No, tell me, Stilmo, what does LE stand for?
Lovable. Embankment. Lovable embankment. That's when you make a map with an embankment, and it looks pretty.
What is an embankment?
You love it. It's like a cliff of ground or something like that. Like a riverbank, but without the river.
Ah.
Yeah,
for those who don't know, Still actually knows his architecture.
It's like I'm a landscape architect. It's my job.
Yeah, literally.
In the southwest corner of the map. Sideways 2-2 in this final ace match of today's Master Swan Open, the number 90. all the way from the land of Poland. Give it up for our blue Terran. It is DizzyDwarf.
And across the map in the top right corner we have the red Protoss. From Austria, it is Beast. If the fish, if you're gonna make food, then share with the chat, okay? We are also hungry.
You have to share with everybody. You can't make everyone hungry all the time and then not share.
Yeah, you have to make enough for the entire chat.
Yes, you have to make enough for the entire chat.
What could go wrong? And then you can fax it to everyone.
And not just the Twitch chat. We have the YouTube chat. We have the TikTok chat. We have what else do we have?
We have Kik.
Kik chat, yes.
Facebook. We have a Facebook chat
as well. Yeah, they don't need to eat. It's fine.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay.
the Instagram chat is in a diet, so it's fine.
But we don't have Instagram actually. We don't stream on Instagram yet.
Do they even have chat? They have streaming.
They have streaming. They recently introduced streaming.
Oh, why? It's on Instagram and on Facebook.
Look, don't ask me. I do not know. I do not understand. I have long ago stopped understanding all those services.
SMH my hedge. All them young people and their applications. Yes, that's right, I call them applications because that's what we used to call them back in my day. Actually, we used to call them programs because they were on the computer.
Yeah. I'm just reminded of that meme when somebody's like looking for a C drive and where can I find that app? The C drive.
It kills my spine. it hurts. It's pain.
Yes, we have more stalkers coming in here from Beast, deciding to be on the offensive this game.
Yes. Nice harassment there. We're gonna maybe catch a few Marines there before the medevac comes out and they can get healed up.
I say, so Steel is an IRL map maker.
Yes, I am an IRL map maker.
Yeah, no, that is pretty accurate.
I have literally played SimCity for real.
Yeah,
it was not as fun as the game. It was a lot more boring. There were meetings and emails and permits. Now, talking about things that hurt my spine.
I feel like every office worker shares the pain.
It's not just that. It's municipal bureaucracy.
True. That's also a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing on its own. Ugh. Getting flashbacks now. So I was about to say, yeah, municipal bureaucracy is like activity for you.
Oh boy. Ah boy. Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that.
It's endless, it's pointless. You've got the point, but it's still going on. You at some point you just wish they just roll a die and decide.
Yeah, and then they just stand in front of each other and just like wait for something to happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of posturing in municipal bureaucracy, where instead of getting anything done, everyone's just standing around and waiting for the other one to move and do something. And they were like, and you're in the middle, just do something! You bureaucrats!
Makes sense.
Yep. Alright, so Beast is moving out across the map. It's a whole bunch of Charlottes and a sentry. No Blink Stalkers. It's a bit of a variation. There's going to be a drop into the main base of Vert as well. Let's see how our Terran is managing to withstand this multi-prong attack.
Yeah, I feel like Beast is trying to do what went so well for him in the previous game, where he tries to pull apart the Terran with the constant postal waves of Zealots on both sides. So we have the first one in the main base, and DizzyDwarf is trying to evacuate, but at the same time he's being attacked in the natural.
Yeah, there's a shield, Guardian shield, but It's not even with the Zealots right now.
No.
They're just jumping around. This is a mosh pit. Most of the Zealots aren't even attacking. They're just standing their ground on the ramp, preventing the Terran army from moving. It is going to get cleaned out, but they did a lot of damage, and there's another warping wave of charge lots.
Yeah.
It's
I
going to
mean,
do some damage.
DizzyDwarf used the terrain very well there, and he clamped the entire army on the ramp, so the Zealots couldn't really get to it. But here in the open space, yeah, the tank goes down, and I mean, it's very close, but DizzyDwarf does defend.
Yeah, and does he does have to evacuate that third base in case it continuously gets harassed. He doesn't have the units to defend that position right now, and that gives Beast a lot of time to set up the next stage of the game. We have Archons.
Okay. Yeah, we already have some High Templars on the way. Oh, the storm did finish. The storm did finish in time, so we already have storms.
And I like the change of pace here. Without the Stalkers, this is like different from what DizzyDwarf is used to from Beast.
Yeah, Beast decided to be a bit more aggressive this time, just goes for straight Zealots without the Stalkers. They are now in the main army, but they were not really used for harassment this game as much.
Yeah, they don't have Blink, so and they're not the main composition like we saw.
They just
from Beast
support
in
for the
games.
Liberators, I guess. The Blink could be useful though.
Yeah, Libs against charge lots pretty good. Charge lots can shoot up as long as you can keep the charge lots in that area in the liberation zone.
Yeah, if you can keep them in that spot, and that is what DizzyDwarf is trying to do with his setup here, then Liberators should be able to help with this defense.
Right, they're coming in. Oh no, the storm goes out on the army, and DizzyDwarf is not moving. Two storms take out most of the army. They were fighting out of the liberation zones as well. The positioning was not the best. There is a warping in the main base of DizzyDwarf.
Another storm on the CVs.
Oh, yeah, storm on the SCVs there. They're quite low on health. Is this getting pushed back? I don't know what's going on in the main base, but...
I mean, the Zealots are trying to do what they can as the units are rotating between both bases, so the Zealots will be able to get economical damage as they get to the SCVs. The Natural is still standing strong because of the Liberators, but at the same time the main base is wide open.
Yeah, now the production is going down, the more SCVs are going to go down. It is going to get pushed back, but the Warp Prism is still alive. It can come back in here in a minute and continue the harassment, and the Terran is really being pulled apart. Half the worker supply of the Protoss right now, and still on two bases.
Yeah, still on two bases. Those bases are in constant danger, so they have to be well fortified. Meanwhile, the Protoss is enjoying a third base and actually overprobed a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Went ahead, just
Look at all of
oversaturate.
them. So many probes.
And we have DTs being warped in. Is that at the Warp Prism?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Wait, no, the Warp Prism. Warp Prism, hello. Where are you? What the hell happened here? The Warp Prism just abandoned its units, and then Liberators just showed up out of nowhere.
The thing is, the Warp is pilot, so the Liberators like, oh, I'm getting out of here. The ground units just stayed.
All right, so now we have. I like hiding the DTs in the Warp Prism for now.
Oh, but the Warp is in danger.
This may not be the position. It might get sniped here.
Yeah, it goes down, but the DTs do unload.
Yeah, but there is a scan, and they're all so close here. They get sniped pretty easily. That was nice in theory, but the execution was not that well executed for Beast. Ironing Red is thanking you, Krupp, by the way.
Oh?
Hello, Ironing Red. Massive casting, yes. The massivest.
Oh yeah, I don't see redemptions on this chat. My bad.
Oh, because you have the multi-chat?
Yeah, I have the multi-chat on my phone actually. Ooh, nice EMP on all of the High Templars there. So no storms available until those are recharged.
And there's a comeback potential here for DizzyDwarf, but it's going to need to do a lot of damage. This is an all-in situation with all these workers. The boys are here, but the storm takes care of them pretty easily. This base will go down probably, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
I mean,
Beast on 2 base is still much more powerful.
yes, but Beast also lost a lot of units. He only has this Colossus, like there's barely any support for them.
Yeah, but there's no warplanes right now. I think this is where the duties need to come in, right?
I mean,
Like this is.
I guess the real question is because this is pretty much an all-in. Almost all of the SCVs were pulled in this attack, and they are gone already. So, I mean, DizzyDwarf has to finish the game right here, right now. So, if Beast can survive with those few Colossus and some of the gateway units,
It's going to depower the robotics facility. This Colossus will not come out.
yeah, no more Colossus reinforcements there, and now it's just this Colossus. No more ground army here to help. Just this one DT, but it gets sniped as well. Oh, there you go.
DizzyDwarf really needs to do a lot of damage really fast because he really doesn't have the economy to recover. The Beast has the economy but no army right now, so this needs to be some game-ending damage right now by DizzyDwarf. Otherwise, Beast will be able to recover.
Yeah, but he lost the last of the Colossus as he tried to recall them across the liberation zones, but they were actually sniped by the Bio army. Beast is trying to set up a defense in the main base, but with the Liberators and no blink on the Stalkers still, that will be quite difficult.
Yes, but on the ground, the charge lots are doing a lot of damage. They're getting kited. This is a very desperate fight. There's still a ghost here with full of EMP. That's going to be used against the DTs.
Yeah, the 3 DTs are coming in and they snipe the ghosts. Actually, Scan does help and the DTs will be cleaned up, but that's just few units left on both sides.
Yeah, I think DizzyDwarf has this. There's enough armor. I don't know.
It's close. It's very close. And every second that passes, it goes towards Beast because he's able to warp in more units.
Yeah, Beast actually has production, but still the army supply for DizzyDwarf is so much higher. And there we go. Beast GG's out, and DizzyDwarf will take the series 3-2. Very scrappy ace match there.
Yeah, that was an extremely close ace match there to close out the series, but in the end, DizzyDwarf does take it and will be the champion of this month's Master Swan Open. Again, very close game. They both fought pretty much almost to the last unit, so yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, sure. A move insta win for toss. No. Beast is saying I should not have left. I see. Well, it was very close. Yes. There was. I mean, Beast could have maybe recovered, but yeah, it's all that DizzyDwarf really needed to do was go into the third base location and destroy that third base, and there was nothing to defend there.
Yeah, we just have our players discussing this last game.
Beast is saying that he wanted to recall to the main, not the second base. So it was a misclick there.
That was a mistake because again, like he basically recalled right into the Terran army, and both the Colossus did go down. Those were the last Colossus, as the third one was still stuck in that unpowered robo. And yeah, very nicely done.
Yeah, very fun. I like it. We got an ace match. It was a very close game. Very close match. We've got action. Yeah, they need to forget all you players to sign up on Macherino.
Yes.
So you can get your paydays and your raffle tickets, your raffle winnings.
Oh no! This is where you say, I will now check what things Kuro said about me. Oh no!
What bad things Kuro said about me?
Oh no!
No, nothing bad. It was fantastic. That was a great series, great players we saw here today. No, nothing bad. All good.
No, yeah, that was so good. And I like how close that last game was as well, because it was like the two games, you know, like there was already like a 2-0, you know, a match point, but no, like Beast brought it back and we got all the way to game 5, and then the last game, the game 5 between these two players was actually incredibly close. Like it was up to the last unit, and I mean, yeah, it wasn't exactly clear who got it who would get it in the end until like the very end of the series.
Yeah, but this is what we call a nail biter. When you're like, ah!
Yeah, but with that,
you're not a puppet. I am the only puppet.
yes, SteamWorld is the only puppet.
No one can take it away from me. I am the real P-tuber.
P-tuber. Oh no. But yeah, on that note, if you enjoyed this tournament, then make sure to check out our Patreon, because two things. Firstly, the prize pool of this tournament is sponsored entirely thanks to our patrons. They are the ones providing the prize pool for Master Swan Open, Biweekly Open, and Sparkling Tuna Cup. But also we have a small announcement to make. Final confirmation will be on the first day, I guess, of April. That's not a good date to announce anything. But like, once the month ends, we will finally confirm if it's like, you know, for sure. But if we keep the current level of support we have on Patreon, then starting in April, these amateur tournaments will have a boosted prize pool. A busted prize pool. What's a busted prize pool?
A busted. We're gonna bust that prize.
Yeah, but what that means that we will be going. Yeah, we will be going from the $15 main prize it is now, so 10 and 5, we will be going up to 20. So nice. 25 in total, together with the random participant raffle. So yeah, it's a small boost, but still it's a boost nonetheless for the amateur tournaments. And yeah, we are very excited to make that happen.
Very excited. Always very excited.
So again, if you are...
Every time I hear the word excited, I think of Serral.
Serral.
Very excited.
Of Joona.
Very excited. Very looking forward to it with the match, and I'm very excited. Feeling confident.
Yeah, very confident. It's a lot of fun as well.
It's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I even learned them to smile a little bit.
No, Sarah has been smiling a lot lately, actually. We've heard Sarah laugh.
He warmed up a lot over the years. He's been hanging out around with Raynor a lot.
Yeah. Like, I was gonna say, Raynor rapped off on him.
Like a rowdy Italian, you know. Nothing can thaw out a Finnish, you know, a cold Finnish heart like a warm Italian.
Sure.
Okay, it's a smile, amor, you know. It's the fun.
Yeah, anyway, once again, congratulations to our finalists, the DizzyDwarf and Beast, as both of them will be receiving some prize money for this tournament, as well as Shen. As a reminder, if Shen listens to this broadcast, you did win the random raffle, so make sure to join Macherino as well. Other than that, we have a bunch of tournaments that will be happening on the channel, so if you are interested in some more casting, in some more StarCraft, then make sure to tune in, as right after this, in fact, in like, I think 40 minutes or so, we will be having FireGrow Cup, the group stage of FireGrow Cup, which is a monthly CIS region tournament. So there will be a lot of pro players from that region. That will be, of course, casted by Light VIP, as he's the main caster of this channel. I usually cover the amateur events, and recently SteelMod has been back to casting. SteelMod used to be our regular caster, like, I want to say 3 years ago.
Once in the olden days.
Yeah, but looks like we have Stick once again on the stream, and yeah, it's fun to see you here again, and see you also explore all the changes that have happened over the years.
What changes? Everything is just the same as everything is comfortable. I know everything. I remember where everything is. Nothing is difficult. Everything is fine.
The maps are the same. Players are the same. The units are the same. There have been no changes to Cyclones or anything.
No change. Well, actually, as I discussed with Light, I came in just at the right time and skipped the entire Cyclone saga. So no changes to the Cyclones as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. But anyway, again, we will be going live with the Firegrow Cup soon. TM. I'm not sure if the stream will be going down. Probably will, but we'll make sure about that. If it does, then we will be raiding another StarCraft 2 channel. If it doesn't, then we will be switching right into Firegrow Cup. So stay tuned. That is coming. After that, we will have Cell Masters, which is a StarCraft Evolution show match. And of course, tomorrow we have Sparking Tuna Cup, which is our open tournament. It's open both to amateurs and pro players. So if you feel like participating, that is happening tomorrow in less than 24 hours now, around the same time as Master Swan Open. Other than that, of course, if you like what you see here, then make sure to follow us on the social. Make sure to follow our channels, whether you are watching on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Facebook, or TikTok. Make sure to follow us on either of those channels. We also post our VODs on YouTube, so if you missed anything, that is the place to be. That is where you can check out our past broadcasts. We also post on our social media. We have Twitter/X, we have Blue Sky, we have Mastodon, we have Facebook, Instagram. I think that's all we post on. I guess we post on YouTube technically. But most importantly, we have Discord. So if you want to be up to date with what CranKy Ducklings are up to, then make sure to join our Discord, because that's when you get the most up to date updates.
And also, you get to hang out with everybody on the Discord.
Yeah. You get to see our stupid memes being posted in the sub channels.
It's the actual social medium that we have.
True. Like Discord is the most social.
No, True. I don't think True is on our Discord.
He's not. It's a travesty, really. But yeah. With that, Stick, what are you up to? What are you planning to do soon, TM? Do you have any plans for streams or anything?
I have fantasies for stream, but I don't know if I'm going to stream. Right now, I just need to solve this problem with my graphics card crashing all the time, because I can't even stream with that. Yeah, follow me on twitch.tv/stillmold if you want more of me sometime in the future. Maybe.
Yeah.
And what about you, Krupp?
And if you want to see also news on Stillmold, I believe on his Twitch channel he has a link to his Discord, where he posts updates about his Factorio runs and others.
Don't bother me. Don't bother me on my Discord.
I don't know. I mean, there was literally a Discord stream of going nowhere. Do you understand?
Yes. By your request, by the way. You were the only audience.
Yes, I was the one who requested it, so I have to advertise it, obviously. It was so for those who don't know, there's a party allocation in Factorio where you're technically not supposed to reach, but Stick decided to do it.
Yeah, and I reached it, and there was nothing there, and it was pointless.
Just as expected. But anyway, if you want to follow me, then make sure to check out Twitch TV/16squadsanseki or YouTube @16squadsanseki, because that's how the YouTube links work. I stream on both on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, so if you prefer one or the other, the option is there. I usually don't stream StarCraft though. Usually it's other games. Most commonly it's Final Fantasy XIV together with Light VIP. But I also stream other games, usually single player games, so if you want to check that out, that will be available soon, TM. All the links, yes. All the links are in the chat if you want to check them out, and with that, I believe that will be all. Once again, we will see, I think the stream may be staying on, so you may just stay here to tune into the next broadcast, but I will be going away, and I assume Stillmold will be getting some rest as well, and Light will be joining in here to cast Firegrow Cup soon, TM. Still, do you have any last words for the stream? Do you want to say anything about that photo?
About the what?
About that photo on your on your person.
What photo?
That great selfie that you took.
Ah, it's fine. I think I look good nowadays.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You felt cute, right?
Yeah. Couldn't do a duck face, but I did a lip bite, so you know,
Close enough.
close
Close
enough.
enough.
Speaking of sexy StarCraft
Oh
content,
no.
anyway, we can live. I can live with the SMR. We do Hydrodisk ASMR.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't done it for a while.
Yay! Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye. See you soon.